Before we get started, did you see the Spider-Man trailer?
No,
Jordan, we gotta talk about it, dude.
no, please. Oh, okay, I might see it in theaters next week when I go to see Shang-Chi. I
Why?
will leave
Just
it
see it on
until
your
then.
smartphone!
I do have a pizza on the way. It should be here in like 15 or 20 minutes, but I'll just like
If you leave,
Oh, is that?
I'll just-
Are you doing that thing you said earlier?
what?
Pizza and
what
rum?
the-
Rum and pizza? Yeah.
what? Wait, you're gonna dip it in rum?
No.
No.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck, Jordan?
What?
It
Why
was
do you
a
always
question.
assume the worst shit?
It was just a question.
Jordan-
Don't get
Jordan
so
Yes,
like,
I'm
really
gonna.
frustrated.
Yes,
simple
I'm gonna pour
innocent
me a
thing.
big old. I'm gonna pour me a big old bowl of rum, and I'm just gonna dip my fucking pizza in it. Yes, Jordan.
Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ, what's
Oh,
wrong
yeah.
with you, man?
No, it's even
There's
better
nothing wrong with me.
if you just pour the rum on the pizza, just shove it back in the oven. Cook it in
Do
there.
that.
Just turn it into like a rum pizza slushy. Just fucking drink it.
Oh yeah. Put it in a blender
Slushy.
with the rum.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't have a blender.
Mm.
I don't need one. I don't have one. Boom.
Nice.
I need a little one. But actually, no. What am I talking about? I actually do have a little one. A little
Jordan, I'm gonna blend you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tristan.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Just don't finish that sentence at all. So, well,
What?
we can't cover the Spider-Man trailer in this segment.
I can leave.
No, you're staying.
Damn it.
I could get you're a hard man to that was very that was not
He's
You
a hard
finished
man.
sentence.
Hard man,
It's
man with
not
hard.
it is very difficult to get you in a voice chat, so I'm using
No, it's
it
not.
as I can. Yes, it is. Oh my god, it is.
god.
Like, I've had my moments
Shut-
today, but come on.
Hey,
Mm.
Tristan.
Don't sit
Oh,
here.
come on.
Shame.
All right.
Shame.
R
Shame.
slash topic, not r slash. What am I doing? Just slash topic.
Oh, that's a good.
Slash-
Yeah.
That's just how we're
when
gonna
you-
start this out. Just
Yeah. Because
Shut up.
we can't cover the
yeah, because
yeah.
any of us have
Well-
a fucking Android.
Well, see, Jordan like refuses to watch the trailer until he sees it in theaters. You know, he can just look it up on his
What?
smartphone.
It's
Yeah.
not that until I
Yeah.
see it in theaters. It's that if I do happen to see it in theaters, I'm not gonna cry about it. But I'd rather not watch it. I kind of want to go in blind. Is that such a bad thing? I'm tired of getting like beaten up over that. Like what the fuck?
Like I understand, but like at the same time, we're trying to talk about it
Think
with
what
you.
pizza's here.
Just limits our.
Believe me, Tristan, I would love more than anything to talk about it with you guys. But
Right, but
I can
do
understand
so,
this.
Watching
I can.
a 3-minute video about it that crosses the line.
I just said I want to go in
Pizza's
blind.
here.
These topics are so stupid. Hold on.
Those are fucking dumb. I've got one better.
What's your topic?
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna do it.
What do you mean you're gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Well, you said you got one better. I assumed you actually had a topic and you weren't like looking.
No,
for
I'm
one
sorry.
live.
I was looking for one.
What food is delicious but a pain to eat? Chicken.
What is a pain to eat? How
Yeah,
can you?
I don't like the bones.
Oh, you didn't specify fried chicken with the bones.
Yeah.
Bone-in chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably agree to that. I can't really think of anything else. I'm not really much of a.
You're not really much of a what?
I'm not really much of a thigh guy when it comes to chicken.
Oh,
I'd rather-
I thought you went to a whole different topic when you said
No.
that guy. I was about to say, Jordan, you need to tone it down a little bit.
Horny man.
Man with the
Right now I'm
balls.
food man. Yeah, I don't really do the chicken thighs too much. Um, you ever try to eat like an entire rotisserie chicken? Like that's
No.
just annoying as hell. No?
No.
Okay, well, it's like the whole chicken, you know,
Right.
as I'm sure you've seen, and you just have like the whole, like all the bones and shit, and you gotta cut around it. That's like probably the worst, and I rarely get those. But when I don't feel like cooking anything, they're like $5-6 at like the grocery store. So I just grab one and I just like you just pick off of them.
Hmm.
They're good. They're good. Chris, what about you?
Howdy. You asked that at the perfect time. Which one are we on?
Oh no, we're talking about food that's delicious but is a pain to eat.
Delicious but a pain to eat.
I'm messy.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'd say maybe bone-in wings.
Yeah,
All right,
Let me guess.
exploded wings.
we were all talking about that too, Chris. We were talking about not
Really?
specifically wings, but like other parts of the chicken or like
Yeah, I
everything
said like
about it.
yeah, I said like a whole rotisserie chicken, and then Tristan said just like bone in wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
got
of
one.
wings,
Go
I got
ahead.
a free thing of boneless wings with my order. So
Nice.
that's fucking sick.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe they.
Why?
I've gotten
The
that a few
person
times,
just,
but they give
the
me the
person just literally showed up, and I was like, I didn't order the. I looked at the receipt. I was like, I didn't order boneless wings. She's like, Yeah, you got a free thing. You're lucky. And I was like, Okay, sounds good. But yeah, I'd say
Nice.
boneless wings. I mean, it's good. I like flats better than drums,
Oh
honestly.
no, Chris, that's where we part ways.
Yeah, that's where we part ways.
What do you mean?
Damn, Chris,
What do you mean?
I look at you
like
differently now.
flats?
There's just more meat on a
How are you
flat.
gonna tell me
Like
that?
more just. I. Yeah,
I feel like
because
the meat
it's
is more
true.
tender
Because
on
it's
a
correct.
flat, but
Oh, no,
I
it's
don't
definitely
care
more
about tenderness.
Exactly.
Okay,
I don't.
so
I don't
cons
really
versus
mind tenderness.
Tristan, me and you on the
Plus,
same page. Pros versus cons, and then Chris, pros versus cons for you as to why you like them. Or we'll each do our pros because you like them. We like drums. Pros versus cons for drums.
I feel like I'm back a debate team, but now we're just debating
Fucking talking
between
about food.
flats and drumsticks.
and y'all are wrong.
I used
What do you
to
mean
I used to
we're wrong?
debate I used to debate whether or not that it was like religiously fine to murder an intruder in your home, and now I'm debating between flats and drumsticks. Pretty solid.
Times
You've gone
changed,
downhill.
Tristan. Times changed, man.
Times
Yeah.
changed.
Here I am.
I don't know. For me, with the flats, the reason why I don't really particularly like them as much is because there's just way too much skin. If they're like cooked and the skin is crispy, that's a different story.
Get naked.
But-
Yeah.
I don't like naked wings.
You say you don't like skin, so what do you like?
What do you mean by naked? Like
You
no
never
bread,
had-
no breading.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
de-skinned. You can
Um,
get them without the skin,
Yeah.
for sure.
can't.
But pretty sure you can.
Some places
Um,
will do it. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, normally when I eat bone-in wings, it's normally like when we fry them, and so we basically just fucking throw them in a deep fryer, pull them out, lay them out on a pan, put some fucking Creole seasoning on them, and then boom, their skin is like super crispy. It's just really good.
Oh wait, I just had a great question. Do you like them sauced or dry, Rob?
Either way,
I haven't really tried dry rub like too much. I've had it like once. It was that beat up strip with you, Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Dubs.
Yeah, apparently Chris don't like beat dubs. But anyway, the point is,
No.
I had dry rub. It wasn't that bad. The thing about sauce is I do like sauce, but at the same time, it could get very messy, especially if you're eating boned wings and it's like inevitable that you have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I usually
Now,
get
I
boneless
mean,
wings, so I could just
the
take
thing-
a fork, dip that, and just
It's true. Thing I
Yeah,
don't like
just a
about
mess.
sauce is like, especially on bone-in wings, is when you're trying to eat it, especially if it's like a real hot sauce, it sticks on your lips and it
Oh, yeah.
burns. That residual
Oh, it's terrible.
burn.
Honestly, after my experience
You know?
with the one chip, I'm not burn it anymore.
What about ribs? Ribs are pretty
Not
hard
a
to eat.
huge
'Cause
ribs fan,
I'm not
honestly.
I'm not a huge ribs fan, but what I do have them, they're pretty solid.
I once
Yeah,
had them
when
dry
I have
rub,
had them.
and they weren't
Ooh, that
good.
does sound good. Mm.
It was either just the
Elaborate.
seasoning that they used, but also it was just so damn dry.
I remember the first time I ever had
That's
ribs
fair.
was over at Alden's. His stepdad actually made us ribs.
He did what with your ribs?
His stepdad made ribs. It was
Oh.
actually really good.
Did he dry rub them or sauce them?
Oh, I think he sauced them, but they weren't like they were lightly sauced. You know, it was like kind of like a glaze.
What I don't normally, but like, me and my dad will normally do when we do like either ribs or like chicken leg quarters and stuff, is we'll do like a dry rub and then put them in like a full pan and just do them in the oven low for like a few hours. And then after that's done, we take them out. We'll make a glaze, like a barbecue sauce glaze, put them on the grill, and glaze them and finish them off on the grill.
Yeah,
That sounds real good.
that's the way to do
Which
it.
really they're cooked after the oven. The grill part is just like setting that glaze and just
Makes
you know,
a nice
cooking
kind
them
of
up.
like crisp outside of it. Yeah.
makes a nice little kind of a caramelized outside, and that's always pretty good.
Gotta do ribs again. Summer's almost over.
I
Hey,
don't know.
dude, I gotta come over sometime, man. I remember when you made us. What was it? It was that pork dish.
Oh yeah,
Rice,
it was.
pork in it.
It was pork. I might be saying it wrong. Because katsu, I believe, is fried chicken, and then you have katsu don. Don being the style of the dish with the rice, and then the topping being whatever meat or vegetable that you choose, usually along with a sauce of some sorts. So yeah, so I probably said that wrong, but it was like a pork cutlet udon. It's pretty good. There's another one that I want to try with a Korean style or Japanese style barbecue sauce with the pork, and then you add cabbage. I saw it. It actually looks really good.
Ooh, sounds good.
That sounds really.
There's a Japanese place up by me. Actually, we need to go to that.
Oh yeah.
I had Japanese last night actually.
Nice. What'd you have?
I had just some hibachi chicken and then a shrimp tempura roll.
Nice.
I'm not a huge fan of shrimp myself, but that does sound good.
I used to
Yeah,
get a lot of
It
shrimp.
was. It's a place I hadn't been to in like a while. I used to go there all the time. I hadn't been there in a few years, but it was good.
Nice.
Auntie got a sashimi platter, and that looked really good.
Nice.
Like the cuts of meat on there were just immaculate.
I know that my dad actually knows how to make some really good sushi. Of course, I'm not like the biggest sushi fan of myself. But he like the way he just like forms the rolls and everything, and the way that he lays the fish onto the rice. Just the way that he makes it, prepares it is like really, really good. I think he was actually offered a job at like a sushi restaurant. Like he showed like one of the top chefs like his presentation, and they like offered him a job.
Just on the spot, like
Yeah,
bro,
it was kind of
this is-
funny.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's one-
that's really cool.
If it's one thing that my dad is, it's a pretty good cook.
Yeah, And I think you inherited that after I had like what 2 of your dishes.
Yeah, I
Pork
feel like
one,
I
you
made you.
something else. I can't remember what
I
it was.
can't remember that either.
I remember liking it, but I can't remember what it was.
Um,
I'm just kind of too scared to try like Japanese dishes. It's just I don't think I'm up to that fucking level.
there's a you have to find a really good like authentic restaurants or an authentic restaurant because like most of the places in America are just Americanized, and you won't get the real thing until you find like an authentic restaurant.
Or
Like,
you
yeah.
just go to that country, just fly out
yeah,
there
of
and
course,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
Um,
but like that's a fucking like 24-hour plane trip, my guy.
Oh yeah,
probably,
you gotta do what you
yeah.
gotta do, you know.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Listen,
Y-
It's,
you're
you
telling
don't
me.
even have to interact with the people there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta be like, this is what I want, or you could just like,
No, they have like little like vending machines, sort of like kind of
oh yeah,
like you could put in your
actually,
order,
The
go
little
sit
conveyor
down.
belt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
and
forgot
I
little.
about
think
that.
and I
Yeah,
think some people like there's some restaurants that will actually like bring like the people who actually bring you your food, but it's considered
yeah,
rude to leave a tip.
it is. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, can we live in
Um.
that world?
Yes. Remember Aaron Udicious by any chance?
Yeah, vaguely.
Okay. I used to hang out with him and David a lot. Remember
Yeah, I
back
remember
when?
David.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, when he left, he actually moved to Japan. I didn't know if you knew
Oh,
because
I think you
he,
told me this a little bit ago. Yeah.
yeah, and now he's a teacher over in Japan, um, teaching them English. And I was getting ready to say, because you said that you don't really have to interact with them. Most of them actually do know like English because they actually do learn it over there. And from what I hear, most of the Japanese people like visitors and tourists, mainly from like America for some odd reason.
I don't know
Um,
why.
I don't know why either.
There's gonna be like a
Because
lot
they
of
see us as
people.
like walking wallets.
What?
It's probably what it is. Yeah. But
Did
no,
you say
it's.
walking wallets?
Wallets, yes.
Wallets. I said that really weird.
But you got a lot of people
Wallets.
going over there, thinking that it's gonna be like anime world or something.
Oh god.
Yeah, those are the
Don't even.
people that just like you
I mean,
need to not go there.
there's
Yeah.
like a lot of places in Japan where it's like, oh, there's anime plastered like somewhere, obviously.
Yeah,
And
there's one.
obviously, manga artists are really popular over there. But at the
Oh
same
yeah,
time, their entire culture is not anime. Like it may be a
no,
little
it's
bit
not.
more,
No.
it may be a little bit more popular over there than it is here. But I feel like a lot of people go over there thinking that this is gonna be a random slice of life anime episode every time they go over there.
Hold on, I have a
Really,
question
It's just Japan.
before you move on. Sorry.
I was moving on to what?
No, I was saying before we move
But like
on.
honestly,
Oh yeah, yeah. This is turned from a video game podcast, movie review podcast, to a food review podcast. What was your
Actually,
question?
no, I'm sorry, I didn't even have a question. There's actually like a percentage of like people in Japan that actually like watch anime. Um, I'm gonna quote this. I'll even like post the
The
thing.
I
link.
was say just
Yeah.
put it in general or something.
Yeah, it says according to a survey conducted by Nippon Research Center in October 2019. Of course, it's a little bit dated. Around 33% of people in Japan stated that they often read manga or watch anime. Slightly higher share of 41% of people said that they often do not engage in this pastime. So, like, more people don't like. There's like a lesser percentage of people that actually watch anime in Japan.
Yeah, but that's still a whole third.
That
You
is,
know?
that is. I feel because
Third
just for
is
those
a
people that thought that everyone watches it.
Yeah. It's still a large amount, but it's definitely not the majority.
Right.
No.
But at the same
But
time, it's enough
third-
for it to be.
A third is a
popularized.
good majority, though.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Dude, what was I gonna say? Um,
Oh, there it is.
yeah. It's same with Chinese cuisines. I've never come across a single authentic Chinese restaurant. Most of them, a lot of them will serve seafood,
No.
mainly like fish or octopus, and most of the ones that I've ever been to don't even sell that. They only sell like shrimp, and that's like the bare minimum of seafood. So I wish there were more. If I'm gonna be honest with you,
For a Chinese takeout place to be good, though, there's gotta be some kid in the front doing homework.
what?
Always.
Wait, that actually happened to this one place that I went to.
It's the
Oh
rule.
no, it was near. Am I allowed to say the university?
Yeah, go on.
It was near the university or the Hartford Community College. I didn't mean university. There was a kid in the front that was doing homework, and he was like doing the cash register at the same exact time. It was so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Of course, he like
You know
overcharged
that
me, and
place
they
has
had
gotta
to.
be good then.
Yeah, it was actually pretty damn good. If I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
I
of-
don't know what it is. That's just the rule. If you walk in there and there's a kid sitting at a booth doing like whatever homework they're doing,
Math homework.
it is gonna be good.
Oh no, Tristan.
All right, Tristan.
That's
I wasn't going there.
What?
oh. That this is the one place that I really want to go to. Is Louisiana.
That's true.
What is it? It's help me out here. It's the heart of Louisiana is
Knowledge.
Great Talk.
I don't know what.
Well, I said
Louisiana is.
something.
You want to bring in a special guest to help you out with this one?
Yeah,
All right, special guests. We are.
Louisiana. It's New Orleans. Why couldn't I think of that?
New Orleans.
We're still.
I
We're
didn't
still
even hear
asking
you
our
say New
special
York.
guest.
I didn't even hear you say New
I
Orleans.
said Nolans.
Nolans.
I thought you said
Yeah.
knowledge.
I said Nolans.
Oh.
What, that's
I
what
would
they
really
said.
understand that.
New Orleans.
All right.
Yeah. So it was New Orleans. So
Dude, that's about to get
just
fucked by another hurricane.
oh yeah, I saw that. That's
Oh,
that's
man.
terrible. There's this guy who my business is we rent from this stacking store, and the owner's son works there. But ever since COVID, he actually went down to New Orleans for turns out, and I didn't know this, but he goes like during the summer, or no, I'm sorry, for the summer he's up here because it's like a lot hotter down there
Oh yeah.
than it is here in Maryland during the summer. But for the winter, he goes back down there. So he was stuck down there for like all of the whole summer when they decided to shut down everything and people couldn't get out of their own state. Of course, I don't know how bad New Orleans was, but he was down there for like a solid year and a half in New Orleans. And he just couldn't come home. But finally, he came back up like this summer, so we got to see him. So that was pretty good. Turns out he's got like a whole freaking life down there because he was like living down there for so long. I was like,
Yeah.
that's pretty good, you know.
So,
Mhm.
just a quick question. I said that we were going to give our special guest a trivia question. Scott, man, what is the heart of Louisiana?
New Orleans.
Thank you, New Orleans. That's what I want.
We were just talking about it, but I was holding myself to my word that we were going to ask him. Susie came in.
Ooh, what
You
brought
want
the whole
to,
what brought the whole topic of Louisiana? Laying
Well, we
the
started
shrimp
off
I
with
can't even
food.
remember.
Then we went from food to authentic Japanese cuisine, And then I
Ooh.
mentioned that I really want to go to New Orleans just for the food.
Oh yeah, oh I'm down. I love New Orleans food.
Yeah, I said we
You've
took
been
a road
there?
trip.
I've never been. My dad went on a business trip years ago when he was with his old business at Blind Elbows Out, and he originally liked shrimp. He had so much of it down in New Orleans he can't eat another bite of it.
Damn, that's like with me and Thrasher's Fries at frickin' Ocean City.
Oh, I know.
One
Thrasher's
time,
Fries is amazing, dude.
dude, I can't think about it and I can't look at it because one day when I was like maybe
Something
9,
with watermelon vodka. Go on.
yeah, exactly. One day when I was like 9 or maybe 10, I could be wrong on those numbers, but I was pretty young. So, I had like 2 things of Thrasher's Fries, like big things of Thrasher's Fries, in like one, maybe like 5 hours, and I immediately
Oh
like threw up.
no!
Oh my god.
And then ever
Wait,
since
what
then,
is Thrasher's Fries? I don't know.
dude. Oh, you don't? Okay.
So
I don't
Thrashers.
live in Maryland, so
So if you've gone to any beach, like any boardwalk, they're essentially specialty French fries. They've been deep fried twice. That's essentially what they are.
oh
And
god.
Thrashers just happen to be it just is like a chain restaurant of those. That's all.
Oh, God.
They're pretty damn good. Just can't.
Did they
Yeah.
do like loaded fries? Do they like put toppings on them too?
No, here I'll give you this to
Yeah.
look at.
I mean, like I think the most common people put on them in vinegar. And like I know, like this woman,
Oh,
she
God.
loved vinegar so much she drowned the fries in vinegar. I'm thinking, oh my god,
Oh,
It's really
Scott,
good.
I'm thinking,
get
like,
out of here!
Oh,
I didn't need that
That
information
sounds
on this
nasty.
podcast.
Vinegar's really good on their fries, but like drowning it is always
Okay.
But like she like
I
takes
see.
the whole
Oh
bottle.
no!
I know this because I used to work with her, and we'd have fries at the bar, and she took this whole bottle of malt vinegar and just started
Oh.
pouring it all over them. I'm trying
No.
to
British
try not to
moment.
vomit
That's-
because the smell
British
of vinegar
moment.
just
No, there's one in
penetrated my
Rehoboth.
nostrils.
Thank God I didn't see it. Thank God I didn't see
That's
it.
how you
I might have
drink.
threw up as I was driving.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Um,
that sounds like a real big Britain moment there.
Oh no!
So yeah, I heard you guys were talking about what was it? Authentic Japanese food.
Well, I
And-
mentioned that there was a Japanese, like pretty authentic Japanese restaurant up by me, and that you and Tristan had to come up here.
Oh,
I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty good.
I'd be down.
I'm waiting for someone to go with me. Because
I wonder if they have. I hope they have. I don't know if it's Italian or Japanese.
I could probably
But
tell
I've
you.
always wanted to try the squid inked pasta from JoJo, which is essentially like black pasta, and it's like, but it's made with like squid ink. It's supposed to be excellent, but
Okay, yeah, that I do not know. It could be a culmination of both, but depending on the pasta, it could just be like rice pasta or something.
That sounds like something the Japanese would do.
Probably, you're probably
But
right.
I
'Cause
don't know.
They have rice
Italian.
noodles. Mainly like Japanese use like rice noodles and all that other stuff. I couldn't see an Italian doing something like that though. I mean, when it comes to their pasta dishes, they're pretty like, what's the word? Passionate about it, you know. So
absolutely. And of course, they
Yeah,
do
we-
put like
we
truffle
It
oil.
is Italy. It
We had-
is Italian.
We had one chef with us a while back. I work in a kitchen, and he was making, I think, lasagna, and he was sitting there, making it, teaching the one other chef how to make it, and then he was going on this like little small rant about how it's like this is not true. Sauce, real sauce would have Italian sausage in it. He just went on this whole tangent. He's like, "Well, we have to work with what we got here, I guess."
that's how you know he just like criticized all of you and shamed all of you.
I feel like,
Apparently, when an Italian like drenches their pasta in cheese, that's how you know that it's bad.
oh, okay.
This guy was on like a blind like taste testing, and someone gave him Chef Boyardee without telling him that it was Chef Boyardee. He tried the sauce and he made a face, and then he immediately tried the ravioli, and he was like, "That's pretty good," and then he immediately started drenching it in like cheese. It was
Oh,
kind of funny.
no.
It's funny you mentioned that. So there's this great Conan O'Brien bit, who was a late night talk show host, and his one of his producers is Jordan Slansky. He's this Italian snob, and he's been in Italy like over 50 times. He really loves Italian food. So Conan's like, "You showed me your Italy. I'm gonna show you mine," and he takes him to Olive Garden.
I've seen that. I just saw that the other day. That was the best.
He orders like an Italian margarita.
Yeah.
He's like, "Cheese it up."
No, he was literally like, to my knowledge, margaritas are Mexican, which they are. And then Conan was like, "Well, perhaps the Mexicans stole it from the Italians, because this is an Italian margarita."
Yeah, margarita.
Yeah, he's literally, and then the funniest thing is like, two due Italian margaritas, and he's like, "I don't want one." He's like, "Well, you should have told me that before you ordered an Italian margarita."
And he orders the food in like beautiful Italian. He's like, "Wow, that's beautiful. I have no idea what you just said." Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, he starts speaking to him in Italian.
I mean,
to the
He's
leader.
like, "Wow, I'm from like Texas."
If you think
I don't know
about
what
it,
you're talking about."
I mean, Spanish and Italian are both romance languages. So I mean, hey, how far off can it really be?
Well,
Oh,
you're
I know.
wrong in that sense, because they say that once you learn.
You're wrong.
Okay,
Shut.
you know what? Once you're I can't remember which one it is, but I think once you learn either Mexican or Mexican, wow, I sound like a racist. Once you learn
my lord.
Spanish or Italian, you pretty much know like one or the other.
Well, not necessarily.
Yeah,
Not
From what I-
not all of it, not all
Some
of
of
it,
the
but like
words do carry over.
there's
Italian, I
Yeah,
think, is a
there's-
little bit closer to actual Latin. I think it's a little bit closer to the Latin than like Spanish is, but I don't know.
Probably right.
I did what I was required to do in high school for Spanish, and then
Same.
Well, didn't you? Because I had like 6 different Spanish teachers, so I did not learn a damn thing.
So
I
did we.
had 3, and I took 2 years of Spanish.
Jordan, we only had like
Our
two of
one-
them.
My first teacher
Oh,
got
we had-
fired.
I can name them. We had 3, but the last one didn't last, and apparently she's fired now. But she didn't teach us at all. She didn't really know much English.
Oh,
Dude.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
She didn't know much
Hey,
English.
She did not know anything English at all.
And she didn't know anything about teaching. Well, all we did was just color. But Miss
Dude,
Loveland pretty
I-
much taught us a lot, I think.
She did. She actually knew English and Spanish.
My Spanish 2 class, our teacher, we had a student teacher come in, like halfway through the year
Right.
and do her little stint in there. She was better than the teacher themselves.
Most
Like
of the
the
time,
student teacher was better than the teacher.
it's because they're part student as well, and they know what it takes
Right. Oh
to.
no, the teacher, she was just, oh god, I don't even want to get into it. She was just,
They're
She's
you
Not
know,
all there.
yeah, no.
reminds me of a Shameless episode. The teacher was a drunk, and the student teacher was like his helper, and often would just teach the class.
That's funny.
Speaking of,
I heard that show was ending Shameless. Because my one friend's
season
dad.
11 is going to be the last season, and I'm waiting for it to end if it hasn't already to finish to start watching season 10 and then going through 11. It's like probably my favorite show.
Really?
My bad.
Yeah, I'm huh?
No, I'm sorry. I opened up my phone.
Oh,
Started
sorry.
Screaming at me. No, you're good. You're good. I didn't know y'all didn't hear it, and I just apologize for it. Subi, go on, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Are you Gucci? What was I gonna say?
Talking about
I-
Shameless.
Yeah, I've like rewatched that show like probably 4 times.
Wow.
Because each time like a season would come out, because it would be like a year or 2, and then I would just like rewatch it and like do a whole marathon. So like I'm probably in the middle of like season 4. Not my favorite. My favorite are probably like 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. The show's got a lot of like realism about it, if that's a phrase that you want to use. It really captures like
Modern life.
modern life issues that people may go through. It definitely does not sugarcoat anything. Like this could really happen. This person could really be affected by this. It's like that show is like one of the very few shows that has ever made me like cry, like watching an episode. Like it is, in my opinion, it's really good. Of course, it's not for everyone. Speaking of shows, has anyone watched any good shows recently?
I
Not
saw
really.
watching
the
Chobits.
late.
Everyone talk at once.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Tristan. You were talking about was it Showbiz or Chobits?
Chobits. It's an
He's
anime.
gonna show slap you. That was bad. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tristan. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't know what you're trying to say.
You're fine. So I was started
Chobits.
watching a show called Chobits, and it's I only got through the first episode of it. I don't know what my opinion is yet. It's made by the same creators of Code Geass, Tsubasa, Holic, all that stuff. It's kind of weird. It's like about androids and like they're like personal computers, and all that. So it's weird. And honestly, getting into it, it honestly gives like Heaven's Lost Property vibes, just a little.
Oh, nice.
But like toned down to a certain point.
What's that certain point, Tristan? Because I know
Well-
exactly what show you're
No,
gonna watch.
no. That's not at all what I'm talking about. Like how like in Heaven's Lost Property, Icarus could like literally destroy the world with that little like cell phone thing. This thing is not really like that. It's more like it's like a personal computer and an android. So it's like the power of what it has is toned down by a lot if you compare the two shows, but they're kind of similar so far. I've only watched the first episode though, so I don't know what my opinion is of it yet.
Okay.
Interesting. I just saw the latest episode of Titans, and that was excellent.
I haven't tried it yet.
They go into the origin of Red Hood. Well, I have to tell you what.
Oh, I did
If you're
see
gonna watch-
Red Hood. Oh,
if you're
man.
gonna watch any bit of Titans at all, for the love of God, watch season 3. It is the best season so far.
I'll watch
They've gotten
season
the
1.
characters good. I mean, there still are plot holes and like other stuff from like previous seasons, but it is excellent.
Now, if I may,
Go
if
ahead.
I'm going to watch a show that I've never seen before, I'm going to want to start from the beginning. I mean, are you telling me that I shouldn't?
Oh, you should, but like I'm saying, like if you don't have a lot of time, you just like want to watch like I just want to watch a couple episodes. I'd recommend doing season 3. If you want to do the entire thing, then I'd highly recommend starting from season 1, going all the way through. It is an excellent show, but there are definitely plot holes. It is not perfect. There are gonna be some episodes you can be like throwing you're like just shaking your head like what did I just watch? And like other episodes like oh my gosh that was perfect. So especially like the Red Hood stuff later on, they rushed it a bit, but overall it was excellent because like they actually really stayed true to his comic book character from the
Nice.
original storyline.
Nice.
Which
Well,
I
that's
appreciate.
It's always good. At least they do that. Because not a lot of,
Yeah.
a lot of the times they'll, like, screw up the origin story, which isn't fun.
Mm.
Especially for the,
There definitely are a couple characters where they did that, and it's hard because like I don't want to give away too much. But like Batman is really odd in this series. If you ever heard of All Star Batman by Frank Miller and Jim Lee, it's essentially that. So Batman is like a like he views like his whole crime fighting thing not as like a war, and he's very brutal, and he's very like he treats Robin like garbage. He like one time locked him up in like the Batcave and fed him rats and stuff like that. And like he had relations with like one of the main characters, like as people were burning in a field next to them. So it's very weird that they chose that iteration of Batman out of all of them. But other than a few weird Batman moments and like their relationship, it's a very good show. It's fantasy. It's like comic book superheroes that are realistic. Best way I could put it.
Yeah. Makes sense. What about you, Chris?
No, not really. Just been keeping up with the What If series.
Oh,
Nice.
how's that?
Oh,
and that's
nice.
pretty much it.
I
It's pretty
actually
good.
have two. To be honest with you, I didn't think I would. But they're pretty good. Yeah. Which
Yeah, I'm
Tristan,
not wholly decided on like the animation style. Like it's just
yeah, it's a
I
bit
don't
weird.
know.
It's a
Yeah,
bit weird.
it's odd. I'm not sure how I like it. I don't really like it too much, but it's just like
It's Disney.
It is
Yeah.
Disney. Well, it's not. In
Yeah.
all honesty, they did give the whole ideas thing to Kevin Feige, so I think it's just Marvel at this point. Maybe they might have people from like Disney doing the animations, but I couldn't see them doing the story because I can't see Disney
yeah,
knowing
no.
squat about Marvel. They want to add like the power of friendship and like a happily ever after in every single movie or some stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, and definitely the last episode was not a
Oh,
happily ever after.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The last episode is probably my favorite.
That was really good,
That
honestly.
was really good. Tristan and Scott. Tonight there's a couple shows that I really want to watch with you. Either What If or before we start getting further into Phase 4, we really should try watching, if you haven't already, WandaVision.
Oh,
Yo,
okay.
Wait, y'all haven't already?
I haven't
haven't seen
already.
WandaVision.
I did. I
Yeah,
screwed
you
over
did to
Tristan.
me. Yeah. Pretty solid. He was like one night, like WandaVision came out. I don't think it was like the very night. I think it was like a few days later. And Jordan was like, you want to watch WandaVision? I'm like, yeah, sure. Then 5 minutes in, he's like, yeah, but I'm going to go. And
Oh,
the
yeah,
next
dude.
thing I know,
I
he
had the
watched the
dudes-
entire
Sick.
series without me.
Classic Jordan moment.
That is
Yeah.
a Jordan moment.
Jordan moment.
Scott, say it.
Real melatonin
Yeah,
moment.
Jordan moment.
There we go. But yeah, I mean, if you want, I wouldn't mind watching like a bit of WandaVision with you guys tonight. If not, then definitely,
I should be
at
able
least
to.
before like the end of Phase 4, because it's pretty important.
Yeah, that's very true.
If you guys are even
Yeah.
into keeping up with like the phases and the story.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely with live
Honestly,
action
Damn.
stuff. I definitely want to see WandaVision. I feel like what if it does it? Okay, I have to be honest. I've not seen any of it yet. I want to at a later date. Does What If matter to Phase 4 at all, or is it
So-
just kind of
No.
like this fun
Well-
thing?
Well, I looked this up.
No.
It's for fun, like Chris keeps saying no. It is for fun, but at the same time, we did finish Loki, and it shows on those TV screens when the branch, like the giant tree, started like growing and doing all these different branches in time.
Mhm.
It started showing like different things that were happening in What If on those TV screens. Like it showed what was happening.
Okay.
You saw in the trailer, and this isn't a spoiler. This is actually like in the trailer for What If, that T'Challa got taken up by the spaceship by Yondu instead of Peter Quill.
Mhm.
In Wakanda. So it actually showed that in Loki somewhere on the TV screen, and I can't remember where it showed it, but most likely
Huh.
like in the last
I
episode.
did not see that.
So it's not
Yeah, see,
really.
I thought this was just going to be like the comic run of, this is just for
Well, you're
fun.
not wrong. You're not
it
wrong.
doesn't
They-
matter.
You're not
The
wrong.
way-
It is just for fun, but
The way
it's
that
not-
I see it, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Jordan. The
No,
way
go
that I
ahead.
see it is that there is a multiverse, and then Loki kind of reopened the multiverse, whereas everything is canon, but there's like different timelines that coexist with each other. So
these are more just for fun. But it's not really going to affect the main
Yeah.
616 universe that's going
Like-
on right now.
like it can come into this
wait.
interdimensional thing, but at this point it's not. So technically it exists in the Marvel universe, but on a whole different plane of reality.
Right. I mean, it's definitely gonna like maybe stick its like big toe in the next Doctor Strange movie.
Oh yeah,
It's
probably.
in
When
the
is
description.
that coming out? By the
Next
way,
year, next year. There's not a
Next
month
week.
though. It's
Next year?
sometime next year.
Okay.
Probably, I'm gonna say maybe around the summertime. Because according to
Okay.
the list, we're getting Hawkeye in November, crossing into December, and then Miss Marvel next year, and then right after that, She-Hulk. But they haven't really decided which one they were going to release first. I don't think it's going to matter whether they release She-Hulk first or Miss Marvel. And then after that,
Okay.
it's supposed to be Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. Unless I'm missing one, I don't think I am. But I
No,
don't.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of Phase 4.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Shang-Chi's comes out next week. Thank God I already pre-ordered my tickets. But for some reason, they don't allow you to pick your
This
seats.
next week?
The third.
Huh. Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
I was actually talking to my friend.
I'm busy.
My friend that I actually really wanted to bring him on a couple of podcasts, but he was like, "Man, I don't think I'll sound good." He's really good at coming up with theories, and he's like a big Marvel head, kind of like me. Um, he stated he made a really good point that because this is Shang-Chi's first appearance in the MCU ever, and the fact that there's not a lot of lore to him in the comics, they can really just have their fun with him as a character and really like build him up.
Ooh.
Which I'm pretty excited for too, because Shang-Chi is not like he doesn't have superpowers or anything. He's just and this is everything that he said too. He's just a guy that knows really good martial arts. I think in the comics he's like the #1 martial arts master, and then like second would be Iron Fist. So he literally stated like if they decided it, if he were to actually like get the rings in at like the end of the movie or something, that would only like boost his physical power and possibly give him like superpowers of some kind. So he would be like
Speaking,
up there.
while we're on the segment of Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, did y'all watch the that little Marvel short?
No,
came out
I
the other day?
haven't. I haven't. I need to watch that
Watch.
though.
Watch it.
Is
It's
it good?
What's it
It's
called?
good, and I'm pretty sure it'll pertain to the movie. So
It probably will. I think they were like suggesting fans to watch it.
it's it is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna pertain to the movie.
Believe it or not, if you actually own any of like physical editions of like any of the movie like 20, 27, 28 movies that came out Marvel wise, like MCU, not like Punisher or Daredevil or any of those. There's actually like not deleted scenes, but like extras. Some of them actually have one shots. I know there was one for I think Avengers, or it was a one shot for Spider-Man not No Way Home, Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a spoiler or anything, but it was like, Scott, have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming?
I've seen Homecoming. I've not seen No Way Home yet.
Yeah, we need to watch that because remember I have my music, my
Well,
DVD
Far From
drive.
you mean Far From Home?
No, Homecoming, the first one.
No, Scott,
Homecoming is the first one, and then Far From
Scott
Home.
had said that he didn't see No Way Home, which
Right.
no one has seen No Way Home.
Yeah,
Right.
So I'm just trying to pinpoint that he means Far From Home.
Far From
Yeah.
Home. They're all the
yeah.
same.
Like I said, I do have that DVD, so if you want to watch it like this weekend or something, I can definitely do that.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I
the thing
got-
I want to talk to you about, Jordan.
Oh no, okay, let me finish this first. I think I know what you're talking about. There was this. If you remember in the beginning of the movie, Chris, you've seen it, right?
Avengers or
No,
Far
Homecoming.
From Home? Homecoming, yeah, I've seen
Okay, if
Homecoming
you-
and
if you-
Far From Home.
Okay, good. If you remember in the beginning of the movie, you saw Vulture and his team. They took a couple of Tesseract. I think they were like power
They
boxes or
were-
something.
I know what you're talking about, the purple kind of
Yeah,
things.
they had like they were like energy boxes or something. Like you could just like hook
Yes,
up
they
the
were
cards
some
on.
kind of power sort.
Yeah,
they
power
might
source.
have
That's the
been,
word I'm
like-
looking for.
No, because that was the end of the movie where they were going after the arc reactors.
Yeah, but he used those little purple things to power his suit and a lot of
Yes.
other of their weapons.
Yeah, because didn't he also use one to power that thing that he just completely dissolved Joker with?
Yeah,
You remember that?
yeah,
We-
yeah.
Dissolved Joker.
Well, that was another dude. Yeah, I think maybe he was the Shocker,
was-
and then
He was
gave,
the Shocker, and then
He gave
Vulture
it to some other
dissolved
dude.
him, and then he was like, "You're Shocker now,"
Yeah,
to the other guy.
yeah. That was funny, but and wait, someone's trying to talk. You sound like Optimus Prime there, though.
Scott,
Okay, I thought someone was trying to talk. Sorry,
Scott was, but I don't know.
it must be
Sounded like
having.
he was- he sounded far
Connection
away from his
issues.
mic
Is
last time he
it
spoke.
is it Scott?
I think
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
are.
I've been
Well-
here. Sorry.
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Well,
What?
Okay. So, anyways, in the one shot, like this random couple found like a weapon that the Chitauri used from the Battle of New York.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen this?
Oh!
Okay.
Now I remember. Yeah, it was a Chitauri Power Core. That's what they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. So I was thinking that it was the power core, but actually they found like some of the like one of the weapons that they were using, and now that I'm thinking about this, this might have been not from Far Away Home. It might have been from something else because I remember that dude. Do you remember that bald guy from the Winter Soldier with the glasses? He was a Hydra
like the
agent.
like the director, or somebody.
No,
something
he
like
wasn't the
that?
director. He was just some agent.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking. The guy in the
Yeah, with, like,
elevator. The
tan
guy in the
skin.
elevator scene. Where he's like,
Yeah,
he was like talking to Cap.
yeah,
I know you're exactly.
yeah.
The
That
guy
guy.
who they in Civil War, the guy they rescued from the ship in the beginning.
Yes,
that guy.
that guy. That guy was
I know
in
exactly
the one shot.
who you're talking.
He was in the one shot when this couple decided to rob a bank and a couple of other stores with the Chitauri weapon, and Shield got like wind of it, and they decided to go get the weapon, and it was that dude that went to go get it. It was actually a pretty cool one shot. It was maybe like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. They were pretty cool. I'm just not realizing I've never ever read like a comic one shot. I know that they're pretty good, but I've never read one. Anyways, what did you want to talk about, Tristan?
Oh no. So I wanted to do a like a sort of not marathon, but like you know how we did for Star Wars, we watched them all in order.
Yeah,
I want to do that for the Spider-Man.
we didn't even finish it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we never finished it because Rebels is terrible. But
No. No, we stopped at Rebels, and then I think like we decided to watch 4, 5, and 6.
and then
but
tried to
after
watch
we
Rebels.
watched- Yeah. But then we watched. We went to the theater and like messed it up by rewatching episode 5 with Alden.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to like restart that entire thing, but like part of me really wants to start rewatching the Clone Wars saga. But that's like 7 seasons. Who knows?
Yeah,
how many
that's a little
hours.
bit. That's a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
that's a lot of time. But
I mean,
at the same
what you
time-
said about Rebels is like the story of Rebels is good. The story was there. The animation was not.
Agreed.
The animation of Rebels was just, oh.
Ugh.
But the story was there. The story was solid. I think.
I'm just glad that they kind of continued Clone Wars before Bad Batch came out. Like they had Rex in it, they
Yeah.
had Wolf.
I think they knew that they were, and of course, I haven't seen the rest of Bad Batch, so try not to say
I haven't
anything.
seen any of it either.
Okay,
I
we should
Oh,
we can laugh
okay.
on that. I'm gonna be
all I
honest
know-
with you.
I just know like one thing is that actually it's a female clone. I was like blown away with that. I'm like, huh?
Okay, wait. I don't think I know exactly who you're talking about, but jeez, now you're gonna make me go into it. I don't think she's like an actual clone, but of course we'd have to watch the show to find
Mhm.
out.
No, she-
Yeah.
I mean, she could be. There's so many damn theories.
okay,
Damn
I
it, Tristan,
can't.
then we gotta watch that show.
I've watched the entirety of the Bad Batch, and I could tell you right now, but if you don't want me to,
No, I'd rather
Okay.
not. I'd rather watch it.
I'd rather
Um,
watch it.
all right, fair enough.
But yeah, no, Tristan, we could definitely do that. Like, we could definitely do that like soon because like I
You
have
talking
all
about
the movies.
you talking about the Sam Raimi series? You're talking about Amazing? You're talking about the Tom Holland
Dude, I
series?
could do all of them with you,
Oh my god.
dude.
I would be down for doing the Raimi and the Garfield
Garfield.
series because yeah,
that's
I love
exactly
I have
what
Garfield
not
I was
series.
thinking.
seen.
I'll,
I've
yeah,
not
dude.
seen any of them.
Oh shit. Well,
You haven't
maybe we
seen
can
it?
do one tonight if you want.
Eh.
It's up
Let's
to you,
do
though.
this next week because I got
Yeah,
classes tomorrow, and I want
we'll schedule.
we'll
this.
start
Same.
this next
We could-
weekend.
Yeah, we'll schedule all this. I feel like we need to watch, the trilogy, then the
We definitely need to watch the
Yeah.
Tom Holland films because Scott, you need to be informed on the second one
oh yeah.
before you watch the third one.
Absolutely. I mean, like one thing was already spoiled for me, but I kind of already knew what happened, so I was like, eh.
That's what
Damn you,
happens
Scott.
when you don't watch movies that have came out a few years ago. You haven't watched Ragnarok yet, have you?
Holy
I
shit!
have not.
Yeah.
I
God,
know what kind of happens. I've seen.
Oh,
I've
Lord.
read Planet Hulk and
It's
World
good
War Hulk.
to watch it.
It's
I'm
good
not
to
gonna
watch
lie.
it, but I'm just saying, man. You can't avoid spoilers forever, man.
No, I don't. I mean, like I kind of already know what happens. Like Hulk fights Thor, then they team up, then they kill like that girl that's actually like his sister, and
Sort of.
Well,
I mean-
there's a good bit of like stuff in there embedded in there that you should know that you'll have to watch.
A lot of good character arcs, especially for Loki, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What
I
was
know-
I gonna say?
forget though with it was Endgame, and somehow, thanks to merciful God, I almost had nothing spoiled until my dumbass said to my senior class, like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen Endgame yet," and thank God because like I've got nothing spoiled. And then they just name dropped everyone who died, and I was like,
Oh,
I almost
wow.
screamed out,
Your class
"F
is
you
kind of
all,
a
I'm
dick.
done."
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie,
was-
Scott.
I was like,
That's a real shitty move.
I was like really careful. Like I was not watching anything on YouTube, nothing on social media.
Neither
was
did
like-
I. I was really good
Hmm.
for Infinity War and Endgame. I'm not gonna lie. I was really proud that I didn't see anything.
Infinity War, I honestly between the two, I think Infinity War was better. But that's just me. I think that was like
I can
whoa.
understand that.
And I still do love Endgame. I actually own that movie. It's one of the few Marvel movies I own. But
I got it in 4K on my Xbox.
mm,
Yeah, I can't watch it because I got capture hardware hooked up to it. Sorry.
Jordan, why have you
I'm
here?
sorry.
Why I got you? Why have you detained? I wanted to know your reading recommendations for Guardians of the Galaxy because I want to play that game that's coming out soon, but I don't want to go in blind. I want to have like some information with the characters. So, what would you recommend?
Wait, what were we? I
Good job, Jordan.
exited for a
Mouse on
moment.
an
What movie are we talking about?
Well, I was talking about Guardians of the Galaxy recommendations.
Yeah.
Reading recommendations.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Well, while Jordan's doing whatever he needs us to hold on for, we have another guest coming in.
Ooh.
Ooh, is it Courage?
It is.
Unfortunately,
So he should be arriving any moment now.
Speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name exactly. The guy that was Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Batista.
Yeah,
I love
he
Dave Bautista.
he's in a new Apple TV show, called C with Jason Momoa,
I
Aquaman.
saw that. I saw
I
a
heard
trailer
about
for that.
Hers terrible.
Wait, really? I've heard it's really good.
I heard. Well, I'm sorry. I misspoke. The platform Apple TV itself sucks
Oh, no.
because there's like barely anything on it except for like two to three exclusives.
Oh no, you're not wrong about that one. You're not wrong about that one. The platform sucks, but they're trying to be like the next Hulu or whatever. But no,
But I
I've
heard
heard.
C was pretty good.
I've
that
heard
was
C was
good.
pretty good too. Yeah.
Essentially, like
Um,
Game of Thrones, where everyone's blind.
yeah, exactly. So Scott, if you want to know, or unless someone else has anything else to say. Okay, solid. So if you want to know, the first Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 is 68 issues, 1990 to 2018 actually, with
Wow.
like I said the original cast, the original Guardians of the Galaxy with Yondu, and a couple of other characters, namely like you saw at the end of the movie, um, where it was shit, what was that guy's name? Rocky. Sylvester Stallone. I don't actually remember what character he was playing, but you know that
I know
those
who you're
characters at the
talking
end.
about.
Those characters at the end of the movie were like the original Guardian of the Galaxy. Of course, there's Peter Quill and his team with Rocky Raccoon and Gamora and Adam Warlock. Of course, I don't know if this is Adam Warlock's first appearance. I don't know that. It's probably not, but um, Adam Warlock's part of the team. There's another person that I actually don't know, but I've seen her before in a couple of games. That would be Volume 2. Only 25 issues, though. The newer ones with the newer team isn't actually as popular from what it looks like. That's like 2008 to 2010 with only 25 issues. I will recommend this one, which is pretty good, where Iron Man's actually part of the team, and this time Groot is too. It's part of the Marvel Now initiative, which was like back in 2012, 2013. It's you just look up Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's 2013 to 2015, but only 28 issues.
Uh-huh.
So that one's pretty good. Of course, you could read also Volume 5. This one actually has Miss Marvel. It's got Nova, Mantis, King Groot, Silver Surfer, Beta Ray Bill, and Peter Quill.
I
And,
like Beta Ray Bill.
and
I've never
a
read
couple-
anything about it, but it's like in my head,
No,
it's
right?
dinosaur. It's dinosaur Thor, something like that. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty cool. So a lot of people have definitely been in this team. So, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy is like Avengers. It's constantly changing its members and like who's in it and who's not.
oh yeah, by far.
If you think
Coraz,
about it,
welcome.
Guardians of the Galaxy is just
What's up? Howdy, as Jordan would say.
He's not wrong.
Jordan, man.
Jordan, man.
Word,
Going
man.
with the Jordan.
Damn.
I'd rather not.
All right.
Did you ever pick up that? Did you ever pick up that Black Panther book you wanted?
Yeah, it's ordered.
Nice.
That reminds me. Before I forget, Jordan, there is
Yeah.
a new Black Panther omnibus coming out, and I can't remember if it's
Are you serious?
the current run or the other one. Hold on.
It's like the only one of its fucking kind.
Yeah, it's that's one thing I hate about Marvel. Is like they never do Black Panther omnibuses.
I was literally talking about this to one of my comic book guys, and I asked him, "What the fuck?" Part of my language, but like this really irks me. What is the problem with Marvel and Black Panther, and why are there no omnibuses? Of course, I just said that wrong. Or like barely any epic collections. And I don't remember what he said, but he said something along the lines of they don't really care that much about making something like that for that character for some reason. I'd have to ask him again because I'm going to see him next week because I've actually been reading this new Fantastic Four series where it's like Fantastic Four if they were like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s to 2010 and 20. It's pretty good. There was a Spider-Man run like that where like Spider-Man like almost went to Vietnam and shit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was when everything was like Vietnam era, like the 60s. It started off in the 60s and went 70s, 80s, 90s. you know,
Because it
to
was like,
like
propaganda to get people. to
yeah,
vote for the cause,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And one of the biggest issues was like, should I go or should I not go? You know? And then
You
he's
got a
sitting
bunch
there
of
on
people protesting war and all that. But go on, sorry.
exactly. No, you're fine. Exactly. And then he looks at the TV and Captain America, of course, signed up and went over. But then he saw like how they were like um a couple of like U.S. soldiers decided to like mistreat some like innocent Vietnamese people, and he was like, "That's not what we stand for." And he started like beating the shit out of him. And then America was like, "Captain America's a traitor," and he was just like, no. If you saw what your own men were doing, you would understand why I'm doing this." But of course, no one believed him. So it was pretty good. I highly recommend that one. Spider-Man's life story. I actually don't know if it's by the same people that are also doing the Fantastic Four throughout life story. But I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan, but and I don't really know that much about them. Um, but this storyline is actually pretty good.
So,
But yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
so I wanted to add on to that, and I was thinking about this because of what Jordan just said. I feel like the U.S. government is like, oh yeah, Captain America is kind of our like poster guy, and you know this and that. And then as soon as he says something that they don't like, they're like, oh, he's a traitor, like in Civil War or over here, or what's it called?
I thought you were literally just referencing this other thing because, like, in real life, I have to find the post, but in real life, one of the newer, it was either one of the newer ones, issues, or volumes of Captain America, or one of the older ones. The people were actually quoting stuff from his comic book run, and they were saying how, like, now that like all this COVID stuff and all these riots and stuff, I think the Marvel decided to add something, like add their own voice in the matter in a Captain America comic run, and for some reason a lot of people got like butthurt over it. I'd have to look up more information about it just to be sure as to exactly what I'm talking to, but I know something like that definitely happened. So I have to do more research on that.
Yeah, and I mean, not even that. It's like I noticed in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't know if you guys wanted me to add a spoiler warning for this because, if I'm being honest, the show's been out for like 6 months, so
Yeah.
get with it.
If no one present has seen it, just plug your ears at this point.
Yeah, honestly, just deafen. Anyway, so I was thinking about this, and you know, John Walker, the guy who murders people indiscriminately, and you know, all of that kind of stuff. They don't really like disbar him from being Captain America until he murders someone in public. Like, but he killed other people, and they were just kind of cool with that. But they were like, "Nah, shit, you did it in public, Chief. You can't have that." And then, but they were fine with everything else because he was just a soldier who followed orders. If any of you want to quote a Star Wars thing, then go ahead. But
Good
you know, it's
follow orders.
sure.
Someone had to do it.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about that and how you know, with John Walker, the guy who is just kind of the military guy who's, you know, obviously nowhere near the same moral fiber, I guess, of, you know, Steve Rogers, who just kind of follows orders and does what his, you know, superiors tell him to, then it's fine. But as soon as Steve Rogers has some own thoughts, you know, about how things should be run, and you know, they should probably listen to him, it's like, oh, he's a traitor.
Yeah, that's the thing about
The government.
No, just to go off on your point is it even applies to Iron Man, but both Captain America.
I feel
and
like
Iron
Tony
Man
Stark.
became- No. I'm sorry. I'm making like a somewhat like a related point, but not the exact same point. The character developments for both Iron Man and Captain America became the exact opposite by Civil War, because you meet Captain America in the first Avenger, and he wants to do anything for his country. He's totally patriotic. He wants to fight for the war, all that stuff. But then you meet him in Civil War, and then the government's trying to control his team, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm not for that," because he went through a development that seemed governments and different agencies and all that could be corrupted, especially when he was going through the events of the Winter Soldier when Hydra tried to hijack Shield there for a moment. Same
Yeah,
thing
and-
happened with Iron Man,
Hmm.
but because like
Yeah, you
beginning of Iron Man 2, you see him flipping off the. I don't know if he actually flipped him off, but he was definitely snarky about like not letting them control his suit or any of his technology. He said that he is his technology and no one, no
Oh, he
one
definitely
owns it
flipped them
himself.
off. They just censored it.
And
But
then,
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was doing thumbs up. That's what I remember.
I
and
don't
I could
then,
be wrong.
Jordan saw the PG-13 version. Anyway, so but then you meet him in Civil War, and he's all for the government controlling what they do. So I think that little, I don't know, character development was really good. But
yeah.
just to piggyback off of your point, Courage.
Yeah, I mean, I'll add on to that in saying that, like, yeah, I completely forgot about how the entirety of Iron Man 2 was Tony Stark, not wanting to give up his toys. I mean, and all he has every right to not do that. But he did like a total 180, and that's the one big problem I have with both MCU Tony Stark and comic Tony Stark is that he just, I mean,
Well-
yeah, he sacrificed his life for Pakistan, but at the same time, like,
That's old me.
his whole life he's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do what you say, and the government's like, hey, you want to do what we say? And he's like, yeah, sure, let me
No,
just
I feel
betray
like-
all of my friends.
No, I feel like it didn't come out of nowhere. I felt like after the events of Age of Ultron, after so many people died because of it, like granted, not as much people as Ultron wanted to kill. Still, a lot of people died because of it, and there was also the Battle of New York, which wasn't really their fault, but at the same time, innocent
I know-
people died because of their recklessness.
My thing is though,
So
that-
he felt like a certain amount of guilt towards it, and said that we needed to be put in check.
yeah, I get that, but like, it wasn't Black Widow who created a super murderous AI. It was definitely Tony. I mean, and Bruce, but I think Bruce was more or less tricked into it. I don't think he would consciously do that.
Oh
It
yeah,
was-
no, I'm not
it
saying
was
he's
kinda
right.
like-
I'm just saying that I feel like his character development makes sense.
Yeah. But I feel like that's
Why
just
he would think
passing
that
the
way.
blame off. It's passing the blame off to
Oh,
other
it-
people. He's like,
It
I built a
definitely is.
murder bot, so I think all of you guys should be regulated for it.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like-
it definitely is wrong of him. I'm just saying people have flaws. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that it makes sense that he would do that.
I mean, even if he did take accountability for Ultron, he's rich, and rich people don't go to prison, so I don't know what he was scared of.
He's not wrong.
He's not
that's true.
Oh no.
The time when Justin Bieber got sent to jail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think he
that's
just
Justin Bieber.
posted bail. and hired a
There's
rich lawyer.
been like an entire list of like celebrities that like were in jail or like should have gone to jail, but like were in jail for like a day or two,
I mean,
and
yeah,
like were immediately got thrown out. Like there was this one time I was watching this thing about these controversies that actors did, and Reese Witherspoon, girl in Legally Blonde. Anyways, I'm sure you all know her. She actually killed somebody in a car accident. And like the
Ah.
entire thing got like covered up. I think money was exchanged, and that was it. And something happened to it was like another actor, like the exact same thing, and nobody knew about it except for like the family that tragically lost like their loved one.
no, it's,
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like the
yeah,
whole
so like, it's a watch.
it's like that whole recent college admissions thing where a bunch of actors and stuff just
yeah,
paid off for their kids to go to college or whatnot, and then they got jail for like a few months, maybe like 3 months. I think was the highest
Yeah, they-
sentence.
some of them got like really harsh sentences. There
know
was,
what,
like
now
a
that
couple of like
That's hardly harsh.
Yeah,
yeah,
now
but
that-
like no, I'm saying like there
What
are
they
other
did, but-
sentences. I think I don't know. I can't remember. Celebrities
I-
get off easy.
now,
Yeah,
you guys
obviously.
mention it- Now that you guys mention it, that reminds me of that time that what's it called? That one celebrity got in trouble for something, and they gave them community service, and their idea of community service was them doing a meet and greet, and that was accepted as community service.
What? Oh my lord.
That's right out of this.
Dude,
That's
are we allowed to name?
That's
Are we allowed to name?
I don't know who it is, or I would have said the name because I don't really
So-
care.
You
what it
just know that it was.
real celebrity
that's-
moment there.
That's terrible. You gotta
But like,
pick
how
yourself
inflated
off the
does your
side of the
ego have to
road.
be to where you think that you doing a meet and greet is community service? Like, you're not bettering the community by bringing yourself here and
Yeah.
acting like you actually care
Um,
about your fans for half an hour.
I think
Some
it'd honestly be
celebrities-
funny to see like a high A-list celebrity just in a fucking orange jumpsuit on the side of a highway picking trash. That'd be
I would-
great.
I can just see
love
Chris like
that.
chucking like a Budweiser can at them, like, "Ha, you sucked!" and then driving off.
Oh man, I would.
That's
I
too
would
good.
give. I would give my left leg to see Jeff Bezos in a jumpsuit off the side of the road picking up trash.
Dude.
Tristan,
As soon
do
as
you
you
know there's a
screw
song
up-
about Jeffrey Bezos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bo
On the new
Burnham
Bo
song.
Burnham special.
It's
I
all
love
over
that. It's
TikTok.
hysterical. Oh my gosh. I can just imagine like some celebrity getting community service and then like having like all like their servants do it for them while they're like sitting there on like a beach chair just like suntanning themselves.
Like one of those
Oh.
little electric scooters or whatnot, like the electric wheelchairs or something. Just them just
Wally.
them around. Just
Tristan.
Wow.
While I'm on the air here, as they say, I don't know who says that, but I'm saying it. While we're here, I have a merch idea.
All
oh
right.
no.
Can we sell Chaotic Corp branded horse dewormer? Because apparently it's
No.
very hot item right now.
All right, let's do it.
Among the more
We could do, I mean, we could
Among
do
the more-
chaotic corp
I-
on
We'll
that.
look
I'm
into
pretty
it,
sure-
Rush.
I'm
I-
pretty sure. Wait, who else knows the context behind that besides?
I
me
don't
and
think anyone
Karaj?
does. Except
All
for you,
right,
Chris.
good.
I don't think I want to know either,
What's the-
so we're just gonna leave
You
it at
don't.
that.
Is it not just
just-
regular
just-
horse dewormer?
Hey, just or just check just check
www.horsedewormer.com.
Capitol
politics.
building.
Yeah, go to Capitol building, go to politics. You'll understand it soon enough. Scott.
Oh, okay. Just gonna mute that channel for a second.
I mean, it's nothing not safe for work. It's just kind of funny.
No.
Which picture is it? Because I don't feel like reading through all this.
It's the thing with the sheep on it.
That's what I thought. Hold on.
Where's the sheep?
Sheep.
That's my mom's sheep, man.
See a
I don't
sheep.
know why, but occasionally I get like sheep shearing videos on my TikTok.
Oh, those are
I
fantastic.
saw one of those. It was
I do
interesting.
like them though. It's pretty cool.
You gotta
I had one of
help
my
me out
friends
here.
shear hers, and it was not the funnest thing to do, but I mean it was pretty educational, I guess.
You might have to help me
Sheep.
with this one.
The one I saw, like the sheep had a really old wool on it, and like it had, like been abandoned and stuff. So she like cut it off. The sheep was so happy. Oh,
Nice.
that's sweet. Yeah, and they actually like explained it. It was fascinating. Very interesting lives sheep have.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question, gentlemen. If you could be any farmyard animal, what would you be and why?
No one wants to know that.
Yeah, I
Think
feel like
it's
this is gonna turn in a way that you really don't like.
Uh-oh.
I'm just trying to ask a simple question.
No,
You-
no, I
Chief.
understand. I
You
understand. But at the same time, you gotta think about like the crowds you're asking here. It's,
I know,
It's
but
not. It's not gonna end
Get
well.
your minds out.
What
of
do you
other
mean the
people.
crowd? None of you have worked with livestock. I mean, Chris calls himself cowboy. What does that count?
Shut
for,
up.
really?
Alright, then
Chris is
that's
livestock to
good.
see.
Oh, you know what, Scott?
Yeah.
That channel, that guy
Mhm.
has videos on runs that are going to be coming back in next year. I
Yeah, I
haven't
watch
seen
him
the
all the
video, but I
time.
have it saved. Hopefully, they do more of the Spider-Man runs. I hope to God they come back with those.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with that. He also did one on the entire timeline of Batman, which was just insane.
Nice.
Batman
But I
Rebirth
highly
or the New
recommend
52?
that channel.
Scott,
I'm sorry, say again?
Rebirth or the New 52?
Oh.
I gotta go.
Solid.
Personally, I'd have to go Rebirth. I do love the
I
new
was talking
52.
about the guy who was making the videos, but I mean, thanks for that too.
I mean, Batman Rebirth there's some better stuff in it compared to like they each had like their pro and con. Because like for some odd reason during New 52 Batman disappears and then Jim Gordon puts on this bat mech suit and goes around killing people, and it was like the most weird thing. It's like the weirdest thing possible. What the
I read about that.
Odd moment.
I'm again, huh?
What?
Yeah.
Chris.
Why?
Why not? Funny.
Oh, any update on the Call of Duty Activision Blizzard?
Yes.
You know,
So, in the case between California and Activision, California has extended their lawsuit claiming that Activision had shredded documents related to their investigation,
yeah.
like HR shredded documents, and
I saw that.
wow.
Activision. They said that they were not cooperative at all, and Activision's just basically saying that we have been cooperative. So at this point, it's a he said, she said type of situation.
I mean, are we
also,
really gonna believe Activision?
They're probably what?
Are we actually gonna believe what they're saying? Like, you know, it's he said, she said, but he hasn't proved himself to be very, you know.
Right. Yeah. And also if you look at the new Call of Duty Vanguard trailer, Activision's name is completely out of it. Now, in legal terms, they still own it, so don't get excited if you like boycott Activision, unlike some of us. You still be able to play it.
Who the fuck are you calling out here, you bitch?
Listen, the viewers don't have to know. You could have just kept your mouth shut there, Big Chief. Anyway.
No! But I gotta defend myself here.
Defend yourself.
Defensive man.
Alright, so now everyone knows it's you. Wow, Chief. Anyway. So in legal language, they still own it. They still publish it. But as far as their Activision logo, they took it out of the trailer. Just to kind of like try to trick people and try to like make them believe that they have nothing to do with it, but they still do. So there's that.
I wonder if
oh, sorry, go on.
I wonder if like Treyarch, if they have enough power and money, and if they could just buy the rights to Call of Duty and just like make it themselves, along with Sledgehammer.
Well, we don't even know what they do exactly.
Activision.
That's what a lot of people were talking about in the comments of videos I was looking at. It was like, dude, can we just give it to Treyarch?
But
Treyarch could like work on it.
My biggest question is, all these different companies that have made Call of Duty, like Raven, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, a couple of others, you know, do they like help make the game with Activision, or is Activision mainly just a
So think of it
producer?
this way:
Activision owns the name Call of Duty, and then they go and they're like, "Hey, we need a new Call of Duty this year. We're going to commission you to, or not commission, that's the wrong word, but we're gonna have you make the next Call of Duty." And they're like, "All right, cool," and they make the next Call of Duty. Like the studios, like Treyarch, Raven, Sledgehammer Games, all that. They're the studios that develop. Activision owns the game.
It's kind of like Activision owns. It's like Activision owns rights to a book, and like Treyarch is like an author of one series of the books, Infinity War, and so on.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games, all of them, they make the content. Activision owns and sells the content.
I wonder what the sales figures are going to be for Call of Duty this year. I wonder if a lot of people are actually boycotting it.
It's Call of Duty. I think the most. Actually, I don't want to say that. That's probably alienizing a whole like community. But I have not met good.
Do we really want that community to be part of the viewership if they're like that, though?
You're kind of right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of trash in Call of Duty. Let's
just say there's something that
if someone can answer a question for hey.
Comment. All right, thanks, Chief. I'm just totally.
Oh no.
One at a time.
All right.
Hear a single one of that.
All right. No. No. I was having a question. If someone could clear it up for me, how is Blizzard roped into this? Are they like partners or?
No,
Okay.
Blizzard and Activision are the exact same thing. Blizzard used to be their own company back in the day, but then Activision bought them out, and they kind of like fused their own thing. The actual name, the official name of the company is Activision Blizzard.
If I'm not
Okay,
mistaken,
okay.
if I'm not mistaken, that issue that happened at BlizzCon, in 2017, that was before the merger, right? And Blizzard didn't handle that at all.
That was after.
That was
Either
after?
way,
Yeah,
either way,
Blizzard
they're still
once-
guilty.
They acquired. I'll tell you the exact year, but
I just remember, like, ever since Activision and Blizzard combined, there's been like nothing good out of Blizzard. Because you had the whole, you had like that one game remake that was just god awful. You
Oh.
had like World of
Yeah, 'cause-
Warcraft has tanked a bit. It's just not been good.
'Cause
Not according to
Activision-
Jordan. I mean, what?
2008.
Activision does not like putting effort into their games. They just slap a title on there and they're like, "Oh, people will be excited for this."
Yeah, did you guys
No.
see in Call of Duty Vanguard, guns are going to be able to have 10 attachments?
No. Holy
It's
shit.
supposed to be like
That's
World War
insane.
II? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
World
that
War
much
II,
about
but you could-
Vanguard.
You can carry a whole tank on your shoulder.
they haven't invented 10 attachments yet. They're like, what are you going to have, like 3 bipods or something?
How exactly are you gonna do
Machine
that?
guns. It's gonna have 3 machine guns
They-
each weighing 100 pounds.
The reason for it was that they wanted to be able to have the World War II guns be able to be, balanced against the modern guns.
Okay.
Well, so which is my thing is that what's it called?
like it just
Battlefield
reminds me of
2042
skill
is going to have essentially the same game mechanic, and I'm sure they are going to pull it off. I mean, Battlefield's never really been attachment heavy, so I'm sure they found a way to pull it off without making your gun like something that you'd see at a what's it called? Not even going to
Mall Ninja.
Yeah,
Predator.
no one's gonna know what a mall ninja is, so it wasn't worth saying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ninja?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I probably
Yeah.
won't. But what was I gonna say? I feel like, damn, I don't know what I was gonna say. I feel like
Nice.
if you don't have like those attachments, I feel like it would just be like a game based off of skill then, which like most games aren't
Which is
anymore.
what it should be.
Yeah,
Which is what it should be exactly. But they're like, hey, let's give them an edge,
let's get the attachment that basically kills the
Which
person.
begs the question: if they're trying to balance them against the modern guns, then does that mean that this one too is gonna have like fucking Warzone integration?
I think
Yeah.
so.
God,
That's-
how many fucking games are they gonna milk with fucking
I-
Warzone, dude?
I really
dude,
don't
those
know.
ones are
And if
funny.
you really look into it, I feel like the coding for the guns aren't even like unique. Because I remember like picking up a
No.
PSH 42, 41. I can't remember what the number was. But
41.
basically- Yeah, okay, 41. The submachine gun from World War II that's in Cold War. When I picked it up, the little like like the symbol or emblem or whatever it was. When I picked it up, it looked like a Mac 10 with some kind of weird stock on it. So it's like, yeah, they put the model in there, but they really just copied the mechanics of a different gun that they already had
I'm sure.
in there.
My
They
problem-
didn't really take the time.
Like you said, do you think Activision wants to put effort into it?
yeah, exactly.
I
No, they
literally
just want
saw-
to pump out another fucking gun that they can add to the meta or something. I don't fucking know.
I literally saw that, and I'm not shitting on your game because I know that you love the Black Ops series. I literally saw that Cold War was made in 5 months. And
It doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me. Now here's the thing: is I feel like I blame Activision for the most of it because I remember when they were making Black Ops 4, they were making a campaign that was going to involve the original characters from like Black Ops 1 and 2.
yeah, that was
Because
back in high school, bro.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 did not involve those characters. There was like one mentioning of a terrorist in Black Ops
Menendez.
2. Yeah, and then that was the only attachment to it. Everything else was just a tired like crap show. But then Black Ops 4 was going to go back to that storyline and kind of like finish it up
And
or something like that. And they were going to involve the operators from Black Ops 3, the Black Ops 3 multiplayer. And it sounded like it was going to be a good campaign. But then Activision told them that we're not going to fund the campaign anymore. This new popular game, Fortnite, you need to copy that. And so
Yeah.
Blackout was born. And Blackout is not even all that great. The only thing I do at Blackout is kill my own teammates. That's the only battle royale game that has friendly fire on for whatever reason.
Tris, do you think that campaign that was put in Cold War was for another game that they put on hold and then they shoved it into Cold War?
That's a good theory.
It could
Pretty
be
good
a good
theory.
theory. I don't know any evidence to back that up, but I will say it kind of mirrored Black Ops 1 campaign a little bit with the revelation at the end. I feel like it was a good campaign, but it was way too short. It took me, I think, like 3 hours to complete, and I feel like it shouldn't have took me that short to complete it. But it was a good story, but I felt like it should have gone on a little longer. Which just shows that Activision did not give them too much of a budget, because we had a bunch of fans that were upset in Black Ops 4 we didn't get that campaign, and so Activision was like, all right, we'll throw you some change to do it, but we're not going to give you too much. And there you go. They didn't even hire the original voice actor for Woods and Mason.
I know, dude.
Which
It was
I
so
feel like was a
Mason
money.
was
I feel like that was a money thing. I feel like they were like, okay, we can't afford this guy because Activision only gave us $15 and a McDouble, so we're gonna get some kind of.
Not even a Big Mac.
I think they spent all that money. All right, thanks.
But so they just hired a voice impersonator to do it instead.
Nice.
Nice.
I think they spent all that money that they, the dev money on, lawsuits and having lawyers dropped up NDAs and stuff, the usual Activision stuff.
Yeah, Activision.
Activision moment.
Definitely an Activision.
Imagine playing an Activision game in 2021.
Yeah.
Speaking of not hiring actors for their original role, they did that to. How did you pronounce his last name?
Don
Take a
Cheadle?
topic and pivot to another.
No, it's the same topic.
In a debate. Go on.
Dave Barista. They did that to him with Shax in the 3rd episode of What If.
Shax?
Yeah. Or not
You
Shax.
just
That's
fucking. Oh my god.
If you can tell me where Shax is from, I'll give you a dollar.
Shax.
What
If
I
you
was
can
thinking
tell me
about
who
Shaquille
Shax is, I'll give you a dollar.
Can someone
Drax.
please Photoshop Shaquille O'Neal as Drax, called Shrax? Please.
Shaq.
No, I said Shax, not Shrax.
Just bigger
Silly.
Drax.
He was actually pretty upset. He wasn't even asked about, he wasn't even asked
Yep,
if he
I heard that.
if he wanted to do
About
the
that.
role.
I think I have a theory about that.
Oh, you have a
The
theory
funniest thing
about
is
that.
like the
Go ahead,
fact that
Chris.
he wasn't asked to do it. It's like 3 fucking lines that he says in that episode, and then that's it.
Right, they've done less for Mark
Like-
Hamill at the end of episode 7.
Yeah, but you know how much he
What?
got paid for that?
They
Yeah.
got paid a lot of money for that.
Exactly. So why
It
would
was like
you?
$5 million.
So like one little episode of something that's just for fun. Why are you gonna give someone $5 million for 3 lines? Probably
I
more.
don't know. I don't.
I'm just saying. I understand it. I understand why they would do such a thing.
So I don't know if any of you heard this or not, but Dave Bautista, Warner Brothers apparently wants him for 2 different roles in the DC movies.
I want to see. Oh, sorry.
So essentially, Warner Brothers is mopping up all of Disney's crap and using it against them, and I'm like, yes.
So is Warner Bros. Or so is Marvel against Warner Bros. I think I might have said this in the previous podcast, or maybe I didn't even get to it. They let go Henry Cavill on his birthday. Marvel's like, hey, come work with us.
I
Marvel
know.
got rid
I
of,
was so upset.
Marvel got rid of wrongfully, might I add, of Scarlett Johansson. Now DC wants her. They did that same thing with Dave Bautista, but of course he still has Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Whether or not they finish filming it, I doubt it. But a lot of the times they finish filming beforehand and they just play with it for 4 months before release. But now, like you said, Warner Bros. Is coming after him. They did that with somebody else, another Warner Bros. Character, and now Marvel's like, hey, maybe you can come work
J.K.
with us.
Simmons.
And Bale, maybe.
No.
Retired.
Yeah, I know Bale, but he's already with them. But that was 2000. When did the 3rd Batman film come out?
2012.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wait, yeah, no. J.K. Simmons, they did poach from DC. What do you mean?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How could I forget? Who was he? Who was he? Was he Jim
J.K.
Gordon?
Simmons was Jim Gordon.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the topic of Jim Gordon, who's your favorite Jim Gordon out of the two?
Probably Gary Oldman.
Probably Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I like
Gary
Gary
Oldman's
Oldman.
the one from The Dark Knight. Yeah.
Wait, was there ever
Perfect.
Jim Gordon in the originals with Michael Keaton and the
No, I think he was too young
Yeah.
for that.
was
Hold
Clint
on.
Eastwood ever a
I-
Batman? Clint Eastwood.
Clint
wasn't it?
Well, I
I
was
gotta change
hold on.
my answer.
But Clint Eastwood as
Oh,
Batman?
No, I mean, it was-
Hold on. Hold on.
Correct. Clint Eastwood almost became Harvey Dent in the original Batman '66 show, but it got canceled beforehand.
That does
Jim
not sound
Gordon-
fun.
Jim Gordon was in the Batman '89 series, but he was a little more like fun. He wasn't super serious. He was kind of a little bit more sillier, and like you got
Silly.
these movies went on. But he was actually a pretty good character.
It was pretty silly, if you ask
But
me.
Gary Oldman is definitely the best until I don't know who the new guy is, but he's.
I don't know
gonna
him
be-
either.
J.K. Simmons is the new one.
Yeah. Okay. No.
I have to go.
Yeah.
No. It's
think about
it's. I think it's someone else.
No, it's J.K.
Yeah.
Simmons. From the Snyder films? Yeah, that's J.K. Simmons.
Oh well, no. I'm talking about the Batman, like the new one that's coming out
It's
with.
also going to be J.K. Simmons.
I
he's
don't.
gonna be-
Are you sure? I
Yeah.
could have sworn that it was some other, like it was like it was an African American dude.
I just.
No.
He's a black guy.
Oh, you're right. No, well, hold on.
Is Big
Wait.
The new one with Vampire Boy as Batman? Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that it's
I wanna talk about
a black actor, but I don't know who
Yeah,
it
I'm
is.
looking up. Yeah, James Gordon is Jeffrey Wright, and I don't actually know him from anything else. He looks
That
a little
name-
familiar.
That name sounds familiar.
He was from Westworld, Shaft, What If. I don't know who the hell he played in What If.
Probably
He was in
voice
Hunger
actor,
Games. He was in Hunger Games, Casino Royale, which is a 007 movie.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor.
Cadillac.
He does a lot
I-
of minor roles.
Cadillac
But
Records?
people have actually screen tested this movie, and it's gonna be. And this is what they've told: 3 hours, dark and actually scary.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
actually, like it's basically like a horror movie.
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like really good. And I actually really like Robert Pattinson's Batman, so I'm gonna be very
Dude,
excited.
I think it's about
heard
Robert Pattinson. All right, thanks, Jordan.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Right.
One thing about Robert Pattinson is that he gets like a really bad reputation for being like
Mhm.
the cardboard character, but that's just because Stephanie Myers does not know how to write books.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. I mean, he was really good in that Harry Potter film. I thought
Yeah,
he was
so him as
excellent.
Cedric Diggory was like
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, I really wish we got a faithful adaptation of Goblet of Fire onto movies because Cedric Diggory got so much more development in the books than he did in the movies, and it's a shame that he came in for one movie. You know, he was a pretty cool guy. I think he was like a fifth year when Harry was a fourth, or he might have Harry's quite a bit older.
And he was a Hufflepuff too. He's like the only known Hufflepuff besides.
Yeah, it's like the only good thing that Hufflepuff gets in the entire series, and they just kill him off.
They kill him off. Like why? My house.
I
It's just
have
like,
my
run.
own issues with J.K. Rowling, but no, that was definitely a movie director or screenwriter problem.
Pretty
Just
sure we
not
all.
giving him any. No, like if there were like 6-hour Harry Potter movies and they were 100% faithful to the
6
books, I would
hours?
watch
Oh my
all of them.
gosh, dude, that'd be insane.
Dude,
I would
good.
watch all of them.
The Snyder cuts of Harry
Is there a
Potter.
movie that is 6 hours? How long was Schneider Cut? Was that 4 or 5
4
hours?
hours.
Four,
Four-
like between 4 or 5.
Yeah, and then
Four
I like how like Marvel came out and was like, hey, I think we're gonna release a 6-hour version of Endgame.
Please,
Dear God.
I need that. Please.
Should do too, low key, because I think that they even said that they had cut like a solid like 2 hours from it or something.
How about like a 6-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith?
I would love that. Yeah.
Oh, I have news for that.
The original idea.
I have news for that. Sorry, I just turned out my grain. Now I'm gonna sound weird in the video.
You turned up the grain.
I did turn up the grain.
It's fine. I did like audio work like midway through, so it's like it's already weird for the viewers.
Okay.
It's,
So-
it's unavoidable.
Okay, so there's this guy online, and I'm gonna have to search up his name, but he's actually taking episodes from 1, 2, and 3, and then adding on 4, 5, and 6 along with Solo in there and Rogue One mixed in there. He's making like a giant cut of just like the entire Skywalker saga.
That's
Adding
cool.
in Clone Wars and all that.
I don't know about that. He's definitely adding in Mandalorian. Some other guy, I think it might be even the same guy, but someone is doing that with Marvel movies as well.
This guy's committing so much copyright infringement.
He so is.
Oh, yeah.
On a reference.
I mean,
we love it.
like I said, if it's the same
Did
guy,
you do it? Did you fuse
Like-
all the movies? Yes.
what did it cost?
What did it cost?
My entire fucking
My
life,
freedom.
my,
My freedom.
my social security. I
Wait.
can't leave the U.S.
Tristan, what was the original idea for episode 3? Was it the Darth Maul thing that I heard years ago, or was it something
Oh.
different?
The original
sounds
idea?
Very interesting. No, there was this concept art that alluded to Padme trying to kill Anakin. So
Oh, I heard of
what it
that.
was you
Wow.
you saw her confronting Anakin. You saw like a little I think it was like a gold dagger or something. So the idea behind it was that all the events happened. He murdered the children. She gave birth. She was fine. And Luke and Leia grew up. I think they were like toddlers at this point. I think there was supposed to be like a time skip, where they were probably like 2 or 3 years old.
What was the Empire a thing?
Which makes Leia's oh yeah, the Empire was a thing at this time
Oh,
skip. They were like just around beginning. Which makes Leia's line in episode 6 make a little bit more sense, where she actually remembered her mother. And that in the final cut of it, Revenge of the Sith, she only knew her for 5 whole seconds of her entire life. So yeah, in this concept art, it alluded to them being toddlers, and then finally something drove Padme to the point of trying to kill Anakin. So she tried to get close and stab him, but obviously she failed.
And I'm guessing that whole thing on Mustafar never happened, or
No. She actually met on Mustafar, and
Oh.
then I think
Did he kill Obi-Wan?
came in, but I don't know the rest.
Oh,
Would there be like a time skip then? Because it seems like
Yeah.
Okay.
There would have been a time skip. I think it would have been like Order 66, and then the creation of the new empire, and then it would have time skipped to a point where the empire was just slowly taking over the galaxy, and Luke and Leia were like 2 or 3 years old or something. And then she went to go kill Anakin.
were they raised? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I sound like a
You're
dick
good.
now. I just wanted to ask, were they raised? Was she on like the Death Star with him, or not even on the Death Star?
She's a politician. She has her own like place in Coruscant. So
Mhm.
yeah, while Anakin's going out doing like minor war crimes and probably creating a base on Mustafar, she's just raising Luke and Leia. I mean, I'm sure that he visits time to time, but
As,
he's
Darth
now a Sith
Vader?
Lord.
well,
Right,
before
yeah.
he became Darth
That's
Vader, he was like
insane.
doing
Well,
like Sith
before he
work
put on the suit.
under.
Before he put on the suit, because he hasn't been brutally burned yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like that idea. I think that'd be really cool to
Was
see
that-
because like the rise of the Empire, like him doing like stuff undercover and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
I wonder if that was in the book, because all of this that you're saying now, Tristan, is actually kind of flooding back to me, where I think I might have seen the same thing, but I didn't actually read it. I didn't actually read like the original script idea for episode 3. I'm wondering if this is in the book or not.
I don't know
There
if
was
it's
a-
in the official novelization, because I feel like they try to make those canon, so
Right.
they probably wouldn't go too far off of the film. I mean, there have been
Right.
points where they have been going off the film, like there was one point where Anakin was about to execute Dooku, and you're sitting there, and the question that I had was like, dude, your boss just told someone else to cut your head off. How are you going to not rat him out at this point? And
Right.
in the actual novelization, he did. He tried to tell the kid like, "Hey, this guy is no good. He's a lot of bad mojo." And of course,
Did.
Anakin just. I think someone said that deception is the way of the Sith and all that. He just went on to cut his head off, but it made more sense in the novelization for me anyway that Dooku would try to rat him out. But as far as like going so far off, like have a time skip where Luke and Leia were toddlers, I don't know if that would have happened in the book. I haven't read the full novelization.
They kind of made it
But,
into like a legend.
It's entirely possible, but I don't know if they did.
I just know that because I went to go see that movie, back in like 2008 when it first came out.
No, it came
Oh,
out.
05.
Yeah, it came out in 2005. I saw a man commit war crimes and get brutally burned when I was 5 years old.
Yeah,
Same.
that's with my grandmother,
Same.
even worse. But well, I literally just ADHD'd.
You're good.
Damn, what were we just
I
talking about?
remember,
We were talking.
I remember that
about
one of the
war
original
crimes.
ideas for the prequel series was Darth Maul was not going to die in episode 1. He would have been like a recurring villain all throughout the 3 episodes, and then finally I think he gets killed off. Instead of Dooku, it was him.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Well, that's very
Yeah.
cool.
Honestly, that's how Darth Maul should have. Well, originally, I do like the storyline they had with the Clone Wars and the little comics that they had and all that stuff. But
It's so
At the same-
confusing.
at the same
Um,
time, I feel like killing him off in episode 1, the original script was kind of like, that's a mistake. He has so
Yeah.
much potential, but
He only got better when he came back, if I'm going to be honest.
oh yeah, totally. I'm just saying the original concept. Like, oh yeah, this guy's dead. It's like, come on, you
Right.
could have done better. And then the Clone Wars came around, and the different comics came around. They did do better. They were able to
Oh,
work
yeah.
off of that mistake, obviously.
Right.
But the original concept of killing him off in like the first 5 seconds that he's introduced was it was dumb.
It's still a powerful moment, though. Because like Qui-Gon can no longer train Anakin, and
Yeah.
that he never. I don't think Anakin would have ever turned if Qui-Gon was there.
Yeah, no, definitely he wouldn't have.
It's very confusing because keep in mind I just finished the Dooku book, which is canon. It's like I'm not gonna spoil too much of the book in case you decide to read it, but the majority of it is Ventress, because remember he trained Ventress.
Yeah.
While at my ADHD, while I'm reading the book, is trying to wrap my head around while once Palpatine was training Maul, then Maul died and immediately went to training Dooku, while Dooku also had his own Padawan. Maybe before he met, because from the sounds of it, it sounded to me, like in the book, like he was training with Ventress even before Episode 1. When Qui-Gon, because it even talked about it in the book when he was training Qui-Gon, and then he went off and became a really good Jedi and was making a name for himself out there. Qui-Gon was, and how he had his own pupil then too, but Dooku never met him yet. But like Ventress is like narrating the entire story, which is pretty cool. And then Maul's like becomes a hermit during Episode 2 somewhere. Or right after Episode 2, and has his own Padawan, which is his brother. So it's really weird, And then I think they don't really talk about. I think Ventress is canonly dead, but I don't remember who it said that killed her. I don't think it was Cad Bane. I think someone had mentioned that it was Cad Bane, but I don't know why I thought that.
In the original Clone Wars series, Anakin did, and it was an epic battle of like.
Oh
Right,
yeah, you're talking
I don't
about
think
that
they-
one from 2005. Yeah.
I don't think they
2004.
canonized that one though.
They
Yeah, I
didn't,
don't
but
think
like
Yeah, I don't think it's canon.
I still need to watch that.
It's
I
pretty.
think I think they actually canonized Ventress dying around like Episode 7 or around Mandalorian time.
Didn't she die in the Clone Wars?
No,
no, she actually died in,
I
like the Empire's time.
if
She
you
was
remember-
Wait, wasn't there a comic run where like she fell in love with Quinlan Voss, and then they both, because Quinlan Voss I think turned to the dark side somewhere after Clone
remind
Wars.
me who Voss is.
He's the guy with
he's
the
a
long hair, the
Jedi.
yellow
Yeah.
line on like him. He's got like orange.
Oh
skin.
yeah,
He's
Yeah,
really cool.
He turned sometime, and then like they both they fell in love, and then like both of them ended up turning. Well, Quinlan Voss turned back to the light, and Ventress turned to the light side as well.
He originally was.
I don't know how it ended up, but I think it ended up with like both of their deaths.
Oh,
Not
Yeah,
too sure, though.
it's an awesome story that I need to read through. It's like the Disney Marvel Epic collections that I've not been able to find yet because they're really expensive.
some of
But
the
it's
comics.
Epic storyline, yeah. This was
I'll
a
look for
legend
that for you,
story.
Scott. You'll have to send it to me, but I'll look out for
I
it.
will.
Apparently, some of the comics are actually like canon to like the main storyline, which is pretty cool.
You need to find, if you wanted the ones that are canon, they are not labeled legends. The ones that are labeled legends are not canon.
Even comics.
Like, yes, so like comics are canon. It's like everything that's not labeled legends, I believe, is canon unless they've specifically said so. Like, there's like this epic, really excellent Vader run that takes place after episode 3 and 4. Before 4 is really good. I'm getting the omnibus of that, and then there's one after 5 that's canon as well. They're both really good.
Scott, do you have like a fan on behind you, or is someone just doing hella lines of cocaine? Is that am I the only one?
No,
It's
I
fine,
hear it.
No,
Like,
I was
honestly.
hearing it too. Someone's doing the Cupid Shuffle in the background.
I was playing Injustice. I apologize. You're probably hearing
He was fucking breathing in the mic.
just like, come on, Deathstroke, you can beat Titan Dick Grayson.
Speaking of Dick Grayson, apparently they decided to make him bi.
No,
That's
that's
pretty
Tim
good.
Drake.
Oh, I'll
Guy,
say that.
get your sack straight.
Wait, who did I say?
Dick, you mean Tim.
I'm
They made
Tim Drake. I'm so
gay.
sorry.
It's just,
Oh,
they made him
do you,
bisexual.
do you have an
I-
issue with that, Scott? Be honest
I
with
don't-
us. We're not
I
gonna. We're not gonna.
Okay. Shut
I have
up,
no-
alright?
I have no problem with bi people at all. None at all. But
I was
it
literally about to
does-
say we don't have an issue with that. I just wanted to know his opinion.
does not fit with the character at all because he has this
No.
excellent relationship with Stephanie Brown, and they're like the best couple in all of DC Comics besides Batman and Catwoman and Superman and Lois. They were an excellent couple, and this is just kind of like, well, he's gay now, so he doesn't really like her. He likes this one guy. It just,
Oh, they made them break up.
Tristan.
yeah, like off screen, which is like really stupid. So I'm thinking, I'm just like, why?
Well, anyways, I also have I also had something that was like presented to me as a surprise when I was watching the 3rd season of Injustice or Young Justice. I'm sorry. I was very surprised to see that. Of course, I don't have a problem with it, but I was surprised to see that Aqualad, he like in the 3rd season, like just had like a boyfriend while in, huh?
That shocked me too because originally he was supposedly straight. I think he is bi, but I'm not 100% sure. And he falls in love with this girl named Tula, if you remember in season 1.
Yeah, I remember Tula,
And
but then she like died somehow.
she dies in a video game that's canon to the storyline, and
Oh,
it breaks him. And it's the whole reason he joins up, and it's one of the main reasons why people thought he joined up with his father, Black Manta, in season 2. Because like, oh my gosh, he's just totally broken over this death of this girl he loved, and that's why he became Black Manta's apprentice. And it was just it does. And in the comic books, he is gay. He's always been.
oh,
gay.
is he really?
I think, yeah, the Black Calder, the Black Aqualad, I believe, has always been gay. I could be wrong about that, but with his character, it works. But in the storyline of the show, it kind of ruins the whole Tula death. But I'm not. I don't know. That's just, it kind of ruins it, but it kind of doesn't at the same time because it just completely breaks him. But I think it still works that him being gay. I think it still works because it makes sense with his characterization. It doesn't feel super foreign like Tim Drake's does.
Doesn't feel like forced to match a certain what's the word?
Not the liberal agenda.
Yeah, an agenda, sure.
I don't think it's an agenda. I think it's more so that gay people exist, and we shouldn't write them out of media.
Yeah, maybe not an agenda. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
I think it's just, hey, maybe we should let these people have some kind of representation, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I think they should just make new characters instead of like forcing other characters to become like that. But that's just,
I
You see, this thing about that, Scott. I mean, this is all civil, but I mean, you can't really force a character without. You can't argue that a character is being forced without also arguing that you're forcing a character to literally do anything just by writing them.
true.
Yeah, there's so.
Like it's like saying,
like,
"Oh, Captain
everyone
America
is-
was forced to go against Tony." No, he wasn't. He was just written that way.
Yeah, so the way that I perceive it is that if it makes sense, it makes sense. Like the changing of Aquaman. Like Aquaman used to be like some like white blonde haired man in like a speedo or something, and then you have the Aquaman that we have now. Some changes are good, some changes make sense, and I feel like this has a lie in that little ground there,
Yeah, that makes
there was
sense.
someone that, along with exactly what you just said, Courage. There was someone online, a friend of mine, well, a friend of a friend's of mine, if you're still keeping up, that literally went online to call someone out, call Stanley out, and say that he was like a bigot because he didn't make a certain character gay when, like, I guess you would say the LGBTQ wanted that character to be gay or something. And I think it kind of goes along with what you're saying, like, he was just written that way, so, like, I don't get, like, why people would get so upset over something like that. Like, they like to say that he was, a lot of people use the word whitewash, or what's the word? Maybe straight wash, which is a new one that I've heard. I don't know. People just get mad over the stupidest shit sometimes, and try to make a point out of it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense or not.
Yeah, I get that.
No. Yeah, I agree.
Silence. So, new topic. Unless Tristan wants to wrap up, because we've been going at this for a while.
Jordan, have
Yeah,
you
we've been
heard
at this for a
about they finally added Black Panther to the Avengers game? Have you played through that yet?
No, I haven't played the last one either, which was the Hawkeye one. I've seen that they're both really good. I've seen that, and I've heard that the Black Panther expansion has really brought people back to the Avengers game and has brought it back to life. And that they definitely have confirmed that they are making more expansions. I think the next one might be an Ant-Man related one. And then people were upset and were concerned and questioning, where's our Spider-Man expansion? Because with the PlayStation exclusive, it's not even exclusive. It was just like with the PlayStation version of the Avengers game, you got a Spider-Man exclusive, because it's Sony, expansion or character that you could play as. But I think they're going to make it into an expansion, which kind of sucks for the people that have only Xbox, but at the same time, I mean, it is Sony. Sony will do what Sony wants. But they did like say, we're gonna make it happen, so don't worry. They were just confirming that it is still gonna happen. But yeah. So hopefully they keep it going, because these are, it's great that they're coming out with expansions and trying to keep the game going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because like when it released, I didn't even realize it released.
Well, I was waiting for it.
Honestly,
I
I saw trailers and stuff and everything.
You just
But
didn't
then,
realize
like,
that
I just never heard anything else about it.
It had a pretty good release, but then people immediately got tired of it because apparently the after games content isn't very good. That it's just a repeat, and that's the same pretty much with Destiny, anyways. So like I totally get that. Even though I haven't even finished the Avengers game, I'm still like in the middle of it. But because it's been such a long time since I played it, I haven't played it since last year when it came out.
I'm surprised it came out last year, as opposed to like when Infinity War came out, when Endgame came out, when Avengers hype was through the roof.
Oh yeah.
But I do want to clarify, I'm not against gay characters at all. If it works with the character, I'm for it. If it doesn't
Oh, we know
work-
you're not.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very accepting here.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Crush.
I mean, I was about to say something about conservatives, but that's
Right.
defensive,
Anyways,
man with the defense attorney.
I'm definitely defensive right now. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember like hearing, when something big like that, or I guess it's big now, but it kind of died off. When a game like that this is gonna be big, it like is in the works. You hear like little tidbits of it, and you're just immediately like on board. Like, I think one of the games that I was really hyped for, that was kind of like that was probably the Ratchet and Clank like remake or remaster for the PlayStation 4. When I heard that they were doing that before they even announced it, it was just like a rumor, and then they released like art for it, or like a like maybe some like concept art for it, or something like that, and then I immediately was like, holy crap, this is gonna be great. And I think it did kick off, and of course now the new one came out for PlayStation 5, and it's like brought back. It's like it's 2000 again. It's great. I do really want to get the Guardians of the Galaxy game, but I don't know whether or not to get it for the next gen or not. I think I would really like to get it for next gen. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get like a console soon, because I think Australia just got like a whole new order of like new PS5s and Xboxes.
So the thing about those new PS5s, Jordan.
Oh yeah, the new hardware that they put in them. I think
Yeah,
it's like a smaller version of the fan or something.
The heat sinks are smaller on
Yeah, which could definitely hinder.
That could be an issue.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
PlayStation 4
I'm
overheat.
still waiting for an explanation.
Save
I'm
weight.
still-
It was to
Huh?
save weight. It was to save weight.
to save weight. Like, I mean, how big is the
Yeah,
PS5?
I don't know who's lugging their console around like that, like it's a Nintendo Switch, but
It's
like
around the
that was their
airport
justification.
security.
That was a pretty big oof on
It's
Sony's
like,
part.
what
I'm
you
gonna
got
be
in that
honest.
bag there? He's like, it's a
I mean,
PS5.
I used to carry my Xbox from like my house to Jordan's time to time.
Oh yeah,
There's
That's
that
not bad
situation.
though.
I used
I
to.
carry my Xbox back and forth to houses all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See, so
I
there
literally
is,
just-
there is a sense to making it.
And
Like,
I mean, I'm like stuffing cables in my hard drive and shit in there too. I mean, it's not that heavy.
$5 fill up. Yeah.
I would
all that
literally
stuff
just
goes in the backpack.
put a seatbelt around it and drive to my grandfather's house or my mom's. It's
Yeah.
like we're almost home.
Yeah, my Xbox. I have a Xbox One S, and that thing fits in my my laptop bag. So I mean, it's-
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. Well, my
the
Yeah.
laptop
Series
bag
S
is my
much smaller too.
It
I
is
can't
tiny. I mean,
backpack.
I could lug
I
that thing
just-
around like a lunchbox.
I just have my, I just have the original box and everything, so I just put it back in it
But yeah,
for
I'm
transport.
right there with you, dude. You know what's funny? They have TVs now that you can put on your Xbox. Only the S though.
No,
Because
they've had that. They've had that for the Xbox One S, and they have it now for the Xbox Series S.
I
Yeah,
had for PlayStation
Series
2,
X.
like a PlayStation
Really?
exclusive TV that's like perfect for your PS4 or PS3. That was way
Yeah.
back in the day.
it's
Huh.
weird. They
Never
don't
worked.
they don't really have. Wait, oh, they did have a TV for the PlayStation.
So for the PS3, if memory serves
Didn't
me
they also have
correct,
one for the first PlayStation, the PlayStation 1?
I would.
they had
That was awesome.
Sony made a TV specifically designed for the PS3. It was like
Nice.
expensive, but it, I don't think it worked well at all, or if it
Yeah.
did, only worked well with the PS3. So honestly, you're better off
Terrible.
just buying an HD TV.
That's terrible. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's true. Honestly, the TV I have now is pretty good, but
Or Walmart holds a contest. Walmart holds a contest actually, where if you can run faster than security with the item you want in your hands, then you get it for free.
This sounds like fun.
I mean,
All right.
What happened about it?
I've been to the gym recently. I think I can do this.
Does the
Target
Elton
and Best
Walmart
Buy
have
do
it?
it too.
Mr. Beast
It might be a little bit harder at Target and Best Buy.
It's definitely harder at Best Buy because
I'm picturing Courage now running out of a Walmart with like 6 cases of Baja Blast.
and like 2 fishing poles.
like some fishing shirts, like a hat and everything. He's just like out.
Courage
He's,
just
like, he's briskly walking out the door.
fishing gear into a cart and then runs.
He's running in his Crocs with like their entire stock of what are those cups that you use?
Yetis.
Yetis.
The Yeti cups, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Funny thing, I actually never see them at Walmart. I only see them at Dick's Sporting Goods.
They
No,
don't sell them at Walmart because only
Tonight on Chaotic Corp, Courage steals an Abu
He sounds like
It's brand
in
new.
Walmart.
and seems like Chris stole a fan from Walmart. He's using it as a mic.
Oh my gosh! Tristan,
What did you get
remember
for stealing, Chris?
remember when you and Alden were making fun of me? The fact that I had my fan blowing in my mic, and then you guys
yeah.
came over,
And
then
then Alden
Alden
was like, "Bro, he literally bought a mic. Just to say that he had
bought a mic.
He bought
not
a
a mic.
fan.
He bought a fan to say that he actually had a fan.
yeah,
And
what an idiot.
even though you sent a picture of said fan 2 weeks prior, that's what I told him. Like,
I mean,
Alden,
like, what do you
said
want to
that.
do about a ceiling fan?
It wasn't a ceiling fan. It was
I
a
never
like
remember
it was
ceiling
like a stick. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a
It was
fan
A fan
on a
that's
stick.
like stands on its own.
Like a stand.
Like a lamp
Yeah.
stand. Like instead of a lamp on top, it's like a
Yeah,
stand.
Yeah.
I actually have ceiling panels on my ceiling. I don't have any way for a fan. I mean, technically I
Yeah.
do, but
Yeah,
gonna be
but at the
hard.
same
Mm.
time, it'll be a pain.
yeah.
So
From
if
this
you guys
ended
do the
year.
Walmart contest, let me know. Send me a email, and my email is lostprevention@walmart.com with your full address and full name.
Now, I'm wondering, can you play like dodgeball, kind of like with those guards? Like if they just like try to tap you, could you just like?
Oh
jump
yeah,
out
yeah,
of the
no,
way?
they love it when you try to reach for their gun. Yeah, dude, do that. Dude, it's like a game to them.
Hell said
Hold the
reaching
fuck
for their gun.
Hold
No,
on.
no,
Walmart
no, no.
Security has
Who's
weapons.
giving Walmart security guns?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Who the-
Yo,
This is all like a
Yeah, this is a
Florida
bold. They brought
only
weapons.
this is
It's
actually
Black
a pretty
Friday, don't worry
serious
about it.
Walmart.
Walmart has security now that I think about it. I know
They
that
do,
the
but I think
Northeast one
they're
does.
that's
not
right.
armed. I mean, they might have a
Yeah, they're
taser,
almost
but a
like
whole gun.
like a
Like
walkie
people that watch the
That's
TV
it.
Well-
cameras.
Maybe the ones maybe they do have guns because at Walmart now they do sell firearms.
They, you
They're
know, I
selling
think you're
firearms
right.
for a
I
long
Walmart
think
time.
actually
you're right.
stopped selling firearms. All Walmart stores have stopped selling
Oh,
firearms.
they did.
Mine
Yeah.
still does.
Oh, it's
Really?
Mine still does. They're probably like selling what they have and then they'll stop maybe. I don't know.
So,
Yeah, probably.
Chris,
Every time I look, it's never anything good, but
Chris, kind of
It's
unrelated.
like,
So, whenever a gun store closes down, they have to hand over all their 4473 documents to either another FFL, or to the ATF, and Walmart is handing all of their 4473s off to the ATF, which is
Oh,
kind of
fuck.
alarming. Yeah, which is why you should never buy a gun from a grocery store or a big box store.
no, I always try to buy mine from small
yeah.
gun stores.
Okay, this is my thing with local business.
to your local Best Buy. Just buy
Yeah.
44.
You used to be able to buy guns off a catalog from Sears, so there's that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
true. You could, at one
If
point in
you're-
time, with the Sears catalog,
Dude, my stepdad has a fucking Sears Roebuck
you could buy an
20
entire
gauge
house.
bolt action.
Tristan's like, I shot a 22 once.
22, man. Man, what's
22,
22?
man.
Yeah,
He's
22, man.
Also shot a 12 gauge and a 410, but we forget about that. We
Or
only- we only-
410, man.
Funny.
Man with the 410.
Yeah, 410s don't have that much kick, but it's still fun nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, because it's a fucking tiny ass little round. Or it's
Alright.
not tiny, but it's not big.
I was just admitting to it. I know that you guys know.
12 gauge,
alright.
man. Man with the 12 gauge.
If I ever shoot a gun, I'm gonna just go straight to a 50 caliber machine gun on like one of these gun ranges and start letting loose.
I mean, a 50 cal. Like, if you're talking like an M2 Browning, that's not gonna have much recoil because that's fucking mounted.
Yeah.
But
And
if you're gonna
not
shoot
holding it
a
in
Barrett,
capacity.
Crutch,
Oh,
let's
the Barrett?
let's get Scott to shoot a Serbu.
Oh
Dude,
no! We're not
The
trying to
Barrett
kill him.
broke my shoulder blades.
No, you'll worse things than your shoulder blades will be hurt if you shoot.
Yeah. Of course, I guess you never really could like blame that on if it was Serbu's fault or if it was the fact that he was shooting fucking slap rounds out of it, but who
I
knows?
feel like slap rounds, they need less powder to, propel themselves, don't they?
No,
But they're
I don't know.
Sabo rounds. I mean,
Right. I don't know. I don't know if they use more or less. Not sure.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if you, Kristen, if you want to link the email that I put, if you guys
I got
want
you,
to
don't-
do the
don't worry
Walmart
about
challenge, yeah.
it. Yeah, I got you.
All right, thanks.
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tristan wants to call it because that's a lot of editing, but that's up to him.
Yeah, y'all got like 2 hours of footage.
Throw on sound protection,
Portion
don't
of
worry
this
about it.
podcast.
You could just
Yeah.
cut it in two. If I'm going to be honest with you.
We'll see
There's
about that.
there's a good bit that's gonna have to be like cut out. So
Yeah.
We'll see what
Like a
happens
good
when I make the additional.
20 minutes, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been the Resistance Radio Podcast, episode 3. Coming up this week, we got Sea of Thieves episode 2 coming out Wednesday. I probably should have pulled up the actual schedule because Wednesday could mean a whole lot of different things for people. We got Sea of Thieves coming out on the 1st, and for the 8th next week. Jordan, you have anything planned?
Minecraft.
Minecraft episode 6. All right. As far as
defeated.
What did he say? Well, seriously, I didn't even hear him. He sounded like.
Don't worry
"Oh,
about it.
Don't
worry about it.
If it involves me, I would like to know.
Check YouTube tomorrow.
You dick.
All right. Yeah, we got Minecraft coming out on the 8th and Sea of Thieves coming out on the 1st. So, and we don't have any other video projects, so yeah.
Just stay tuned.
That's, stay tuned.
You should be anyways.
F1 2021.
Let's stop mentioning that game. We do not.
No runner.
Game. Oh god. Okay, we're just not gonna plug in our favorite games. Fortnite.
My world.
Say wow.
Injustice.
No, if Jordan
Right,
says
they're
wow,
not.
we're just gonna cut it. So
You're gonna cut anything I say anyways.
Yeah, because I would go through
Vic
2
Man.
hours of footage.
And with the
just-
Vic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through 2 hours of footage just to cut everything you say. Yeah,
Can we add a role for Jordan that just says Vic and another one that says Tim?
I got you. Don't worry.
Listen, no, Jordan has too many fucking roles. That's no.
No.
Okay, but it's funny. It's like
I-
watching those North Korean generals whose just chest is just full of medals and
Oh,
ribbons.
God.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Alright, so anyway, Jordan streams time to time. You can follow him at twitch.tv/HotPocket61. I stream time to time at twitch.tv/ApolloYourKing. And does anyone else have any other social medias they would like to plug in?
I go fishing on Instagram.
Yeah, you can follow
He's
Garage
good
at,
catching on there, people. You should go follow him if you're a fish fanatic.
Yeah.
I doubt we have
Fish
a lot of
Instagram.
people who touch grass on this. I mean, I didn't say anything.
Oh, wow. What's your Instagram there, Big Chief?
It's KP Fishing with an underscore after.
Nice.
Oh, Big Boss, Mage Boss came and
yeah,
left.
we'll he probably saw that we were recording. It's fine. We're about to get done. I'll ask him to come back. But yeah, that's it. See you guys in like 2 weeks or hopefully Wednesday on Sea of Chiefs.